And welcome to the free WordPress designing masterclass for 2023 and beyond. Today in this video I'll teach you how to create and design a professional and beautiful website using WordPress and only free resources. So to create this website we'll be using only free resources. We'll be using the best and free WordPress theme, the best and free page builder, and we'll also use few more awesome free plugins. Now my main aim in this video is to show you guys how a professional web designer and developer creates a website, what resources they use for things like illustrations, stock images, patterns, website logo, web templates, etc., and how they implement these resources on the website. We'll also learn what is the thought process behind the design, like how to use colors and what colors to use to make your website look professional. We'll learn how to use contrast and fonts and how to design backgrounds using different simple and free online tools. In this video, we'll learn 3 ways of creating a website. First, using elements, second, using blocks, and third, using free layouts. And I'll give you free layouts that you can simply import and get a ready-made website for yourself or for your client. I'm also giving all the images that I've used to create this website for absolutely free. And also this website is 100% mobile and tablet friendly. And creating this website is super easy. You don't need to know any programming or coding knowledge to create this website. It's just simple drag and drop. Now before we proceed further, let me show you a very quick demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. Now first of all, this is the website. Let me refresh this website so that you can see all the animations and all. So here as you can see, we have these beautiful animations. First of all, if you see at the very top, we have our header, and this is a floating header. You can see this is not attached at the top. This is a floating header, and this theme that we'll be using to create this website has custom header and footer builder, which means that you can create your own custom header. For example, if you don't want a header like this, if you want a full width header, or if you want an attached header, or if you want your logo in the middle, for example, and if you don't want these text, instead of these text, if you want a button over here, whatever you want, you can design your own custom header and footer. In fact, there are many different pre-made header and footer design available. I'll show you how you can use that and design and just customize them according to your needs. Now in this particular header, you can see we have this beautiful line at the top. Okay, we have this beautiful border and we have made it a gradient border. If you see at the left hand side, we have this light color, and at the right hand side, this border is getting darker. So this is a gradient design, and this color, this purple color, is the primary color that we have selected throughout the website. So this is to make your website more professional and more beautiful. You should always select a primary and secondary color, and also you should select your primary and secondary fonts, and you have to use these colors and fonts throughout the website to make your website look consistent. So it should not happen that when a person goes to the home page, they think that this is a different website, and when they go to the about page, they think that this is a completely different website. That should not happen. Your website should be consistent throughout. Designs, fonts, colors, everything should be very consistent. So here in this header, you can see at the left hand side we have our logo. In the middle we have this menu. When you hover over this, you can see this dot, and the color also changes. And at the right hand side, I have given this phone number and some social media links. Again, I'm saying instead of this phone number and social media links, you can have a button over here. You can have some text over here, whatever you want. Then we have our first section, our hero section. In this we have a subtitle, we have our main title, then after that we have some text, and we have this beautiful call to action button over here. In the button also, if you see, we have used this gradient color, we have used this light and dark color shade for the button, and we are also using this shadow, and we have given this shadow also the same color. And when you hover over this color, we have this simple animation, and also the hover color changes. Then at the right hand side, if you see, we have this image. Now this is not my image, but there are many different websites I'll talk about, and I'll show you those websites. From those websites, you can download free professional images. So if you don't have a professional image for your website, you can download it for free without any copyright issues or anything like that. Then after that, I'll show you how you can edit those images. For example, this was a regular image. Then I added this shape on this image. Okay, so you can see we have this beautiful shape. Okay, so I'll show you how you can also do this thing. Then on top of this image, we have some things. For example, we have this option, we have this pattern over here, this dotted pattern. We have this line pattern over here. Then we have this option. And all these things are positioned very perfectly, as you can see. Then in the background, if you see, we don't have a white color, we have this same purple color, but we have used the lightest shade of this purple color. So again, I'm saying just to make your website more consistent. And in the background also you have this shade. Now if you scroll down, you can see we have the second option, and throughout you will always keep on seeing these beautiful animations. Now the second section is this section wherein we showcase our different services, and again we have used beautiful icons over here. Again, I'll show you how you can get these icons for free, and we have used beautiful colors again. Then when you scroll down, you will see the third section. This is your About Us section. If you see, we have this title over here, again using the gradient background. We have these different options. These are all different patterns, and again this is a different image. We have added this shape to this image. I'll show you how that is done. In fact, even if you see this section background, you will see this different shape over here. Okay, this shape over here, then this shape at the top. Okay, so we'll see how to do this thing. Then we'll also see how to add the portfolio section over here, so you can add your projects or your portfolio section. So if you click on a single portfolio, you can see you can create a portfolio page. Here, as you can see, this is the title of the portfolio, short description about the portfolio, long description. Then if somebody wants to see some demo images related to the project or the portfolio, they can see that. Or if you want, you can also give them the project URL, name of the client, when was the release date, and if they want, they can visit this project. Okay, they can click on this launch project and they can visit this project. Then if you scroll down, you can also see previous or related projects or portfolios related works. You can see all these options. Then at the bottom we have the footer, but let's again come back to the home page. Let's see a few more things. Then we have our next section after the portfolio or project section. We have this testimonial section. Again, if you see, very unique looking testimonial section. We have used these 3 testimonials over here. We have used this image, and again in the background we have this very different kind of shape. I'll show you how to use this shape. And after that we have our next section, which is our team section. So you can showcase your team over here. Then we have the blog section. Okay, this is how the blog section looks like. Again, I'm reminding you, everything is created using absolutely free resources only. Now, blog section is also very important for your website because these blog posts will help you to generate some extra traffic through organic Google search results. Now, if you open a single blog post, you can design it however you want it. I've just kept it very simple without any sidebar, everything in center aligned, as you can see. So I've kept it very simple. Again, I'm saying if you want, you can completely change the design of this thing. You can have a sidebar. You can have this image at the top. You can make this image full width. You can change the positioning and alignment of this title and so on. Okay, but this is how a single blog post looks like. Again, let's come back to the home page, scroll down, and after that we have another call to action section, and at the bottom we have our footer. In fact, this call to action section is attached to the footer, so wherever you go, you'll always see the call to action and this footer together. Now again, I'm saying this is also a custom footer. You can design your footer however you want it. I've again added this beautiful waves thing at the bottom. You can see this shape divider, wave shape divider, and then this thing, curve shape divider at the top, and then this thing. This is also part of the footer. In the footer, we have created this menu. We have our logo, we have contact information, and we have this newsletter thing over here. So if you want, you can also connect your website with different newsletter platforms like MailChimp or some other platform, and you can collect email addresses from here. Then at the bottom, we have the copyright text. Now let's again go back to the top. Now let's see some more pages. Now in this page, in this website, we'll also see how to create some other pages like this about page. Here again, if you see, the consistency is throughout the website. We have used the same font, same color design, and also very similar icons as well. Okay, the design is very consistent. Again, if you see, this is going to be your about page. Then after that, we have another page. We have our services page. So what all services you provide or what all services your client provides, you can add this page and you can display this services thing. Then we have the projects page or your portfolios page. Here you can showcase your different projects or portfolios or your work, and people can click on that and they can see the single portfolio thing. Then we have the blog page. Now in this blog page, you can see this is how this blog page looks like. Okay, this is the blog archive page wherein you can showcase all your blog posts, all your blog posts in one single page. Then we also have the contact page. Okay, this is how the contact page looks like. You can give your address, phone number, working details, working time, email addresses. Then when you scroll down, we also have this form. If somebody wants to contact you, they can simply fill in this form and click on send message. Okay, so this is your contact page. Let's again come back to the home page. Alright, so this was a very short demo of the website that you will be creating in this video. I hope you guys like the demo website. Now if you like this demo website and if you want to create these kind of beautiful websites, if you want to learn the whole process, how the thing works, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. Now before you proceed further, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. If you find this video helpful, give a thumbs up to this video and share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now, let's start creating this website. Alright, so now to create any kind of website, whether it's an e-commerce website, a simple blog, business website, portfolio website, any kind of website, we need two basic things, a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website, for example, blogdude.com, youtube.com, google.com, nearshik.com, all these things are different domain names. So we'll also have to register a domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. The second and the most important thing is your website's hosting. Hosting is basically a server or a computer wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this website from top to bottom, all the different sections, all the different pages, database, everything, this entire website is saved in a server and that server is running 24/7 so that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live because your server is always up and running. Now hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience of your website, your website security, and even your website's ranking in Google search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you select a good and reliable hosting, everything will be amazing. Your website speed and performance will be good. User experience on your website will be very good. Your website will be very much secure. So for anybody to attack or hack your website, it will be almost impossible. And most importantly, you will get better ranking in different search results. And obviously in contrast to that, if you select a cheap, crappy hosting, everything will be opposite of that. Now there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. I'll recommend you one hosting which is very affordable but at the same time very good hosting. The services, the speed and performance that they provide is best in the market. The link given in the video description below. You can simply click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Now this is the only thing that you will have to purchase. Hosting, without hosting obviously you just cannot proceed further. Rest everything, themes, plugins, designs, layouts, everything will be absolutely free. Even the page builder we are using is absolutely free. This is the only thing that you will have to purchase. Now first of all, we will be using WordPress hosting, not the regular web hosting. Because we'll be using the WordPress CMS, we need a hosting which is specially crafted for WordPress websites. So make sure you click on that link so you're directly redirected to the WordPress hosting and not the regular hosting page. For example, if you just go to Hostinger, you will be redirected to this page, the regular web hosting page. The pricing is almost same, but the speed and performance and the services are very different. So we want to go to this page, WordPress hosting. Again, I'm saying you can just go to that link, blogdude.com/hostinger, you'll automatically be redirected to the WordPress hosting page. Now if you scroll down, you can see this is specially crafted for WordPress. They are using the Lightspeed web server and with that they are also using Cloudflare CDN. You can see the Trustpilot rating is also very positive, almost 5-star rating, and that is more than 11,000 reviews. Then if you scroll down, you can see there are 4 different plans available over here: single WordPress, WordPress starter, then we have business WordPress and WordPress Pro. Now for most of you guys, I would recommend you to start with this WordPress starter plan. This is the most affordable and this is the plan that you should always start with. Now with this plan, let me just show you a few of the features that you get with this plan. With this plan, you can create up to 100 websites. So today you're creating this website, this beautiful business website. Tomorrow maybe if you want to create another business website, maybe for another business or for a client or for a friend or family, you don't have to purchase a new hosting. You can host up to 100 websites in one single plan. So this is really amazing. Then after that, you get 100 GBs of SSD storage. Now for this, if you see this website that I've created over here, the entire storage, the entire size of this website is hardly 100 MBs. So basically with 1 GB, you can create 10 websites like this one. And here you have 100 GBs of storage. So this is more than enough. And most importantly, this is super fast SSD storage. Now most of the hosting providers use the HDD storage to host your website. But here at Hostinger, these guys are using the super fast SSD storage to host your website. So when your website is hosted on SSD storage and servers, your website is approximately 30 to 40 times faster as compared to regular HDD storage or server. Now with this, we also get free business email account. So instead of a regular email account like nayyar@gmail or nayyar@yahoo.com, you can create an email account, or you can create an email address with your own website name. For example, my website name is blogdude.com. So I can create an email like nayyar@blogdude.com. So that is also available over here. We have unlimited bandwidth and unlimited databases. Again, most of the hosting providers, they have limited bandwidth and databases, but here we have unlimited bandwidth and databases. Then for security, we have unlimited free SSL certificate. So if you go to my demo website, you can see we have this lock pad over here. If you click on this lock pad, here it says website is secure. So this is your SSL certificate. We are getting free unlimited SSL certificate, and we are also getting free Cloudflare CDN. So this will protect your name servers. Then when you scroll down, we have few more options. We also get a free domain name. So domain name also you don't have to purchase. You can get domain name for free. Then we have WordPress related options. We have managed WordPress, WordPress acceleration. So for WordPress, they are using the Lightspeed web server. So basically they are using server based caching to improve your website speed and performance. Now there are many more features, you can read about that later on. But for most of you guys, as I said you earlier, I recommend the WordPress starter plan, very affordable and very good plan. So you can select this plan, click on this add to cart button. Here as you can see, they will first ask you to select a period. So if you want to go with 12 months, 24 months or 2 years or 4 years, obviously the higher billing cycle you select, the better discount you'll get. And also you are getting discount on all years. For example, if you just select 12 months or 1 year, you're getting discount, 75% discount on the first year. But if you select 2 years, 24 months, you're getting discount, 75% discount on both the years. Okay. So you have to pay regular price from the third year. But for the first 2 years, you're getting the 75% discount. Similarly, if you're smart enough and if you go with the 48 months plan, which is 4 years plan, you're getting 75% discount for 4 complete years. So this is really crazy. And if you just compare this thing, for example, if you go with the 24 months plan, if you scroll down, you'll see just have to pay $85 and you'll get even more discount. I'll give you a coupon code. You can enter that in, you can get even more discount. So like less than $80. And if you compare it with some other hosting, for example, earlier I was recommending A2 hosting. So for A2 hosting, for the very first year, you have to pay around $130. And here for 2 years, you're paying just $85. And again, I'm saying you'll get even more discount even on that. And not only that, even after renewal, you will get discount. So if you select 2 years, for example, then after 2 years, when your plan expires, they will also give you the expiry date. So if you select the 2 years plan, your plan will expire on 30th December 2024. So even after that, your plan will renew at $8 per month, not the regular $12 or $15 per month. So even on renewal, you're getting discount. So the renewal price is also heavily discounted. And this is a very unique thing about Hostinger. Most of the times what happens is if you select any other hosting plan, you will have to pay around $100 for the first year. But when you renew after 1 year for the second year, you'll have to pay around $300 just to renew your account. But here that is not happening. So I would highly recommend you to select at least 24 months plan or 2 years plan so that you get 75 or 80% discount on both your years. Or obviously if you want, you can even go with 4-year plan. Okay. So select this plan, scroll down. Now the second option is to select and to create your account. Now to create your account, you don't have to fill in a long form. You just have to enter your email address and they will create an account with this email address. Just make sure that whatever email address you enter, this is the correct email address. There is no spelling mistake or anything. And make sure to remember this email address. So this email address will be a login email ID. So whenever you want to log into your Hostinger account, you'll have to enter this email address. Then if you scroll down, you'll have to select the payment method. So you can there are many different payment methods available. In fact, if you go with some other country, for example, if you log in with India, you will get, many other payment gateways which are not available over here. So based on your country, you'll be redirected to some other website and you'll have more payment gateways option. So if you're visiting this from India, you will have net banking, you will have UPI, you will have Phone Pay, Google Pay, all those kind of payment gateways, Paytm and all those payment gateways. But at least you'll get these kind of payment gateways. Like you can make payment through your credit card, debit card, or even your ATM card, and then after that you can make payment through PayPal, Google Pay, Alipay, or you can even make payment through CoinGate. Okay, so all the payment gateways are available thing. Now once you do all these things, just click on this Submit Secure Payment button. And once your payment is complete, you will automatically be redirected to a new page. Now in the previous step, what we did is we set our email address. And in this place, we have to now set a new password. So whatever email address and password you will be setting, you have to remember this email address and password, because this is going to be your login email ID and password. And also make sure that this password is 100% secure, and this is a strong password, which means that you have used letters, numbers, special characters to create this password. Again, I am saying make sure you remember this password and whatever email address you have sent in your previous step, because this email and password will be your login ID and password. Now once you do this thing, after that again click on confirm and proceed further. Now you will see this page, and this is basically just a welcome page. This is just to welcome you. There's nothing on this page. You will just see this start now button. Once you click on this button, a new process will start for you. So let's click on this button. Now here as you can see, first of all, they are asking you for whom you're creating this website. For yourself, for a client, for a company you work for, or for somebody else. Now based on your situation, you can select your answer. Then they will ask you what kind of website you're creating. A business website, blog, portfolio, online store. Again, whatever type of website you're creating, you can just select that thing. Maybe I'm selecting a business website. Now this is basically just a simple survey. So if you want, you can fill in this thing, or if you want, you can even skip this survey. So you'll see this skip link at the very bottom of this screen. If you click on this skip link, this survey will be skipped for you. And in the next step, you will see this thing. Now they will ask you to select a platform. So what platform you want to use? WordPress, WooCommerce. There are some other platforms available as well. There is one more option, migrate my website. So if you already have a website created with some other hosting, and maybe if you're not really happy and satisfied with the speed and performance of that hosting, you can easily migrate your website for free to Hostinger. I'll explain you the migration process in the next step. In this step, I would recommend you to select this first option, WordPress option. So click on this select button, the first option. Now they will ask you to enter your email ID and password. Now this email and password is for your WordPress dashboard. So whenever you want to log into your WordPress dashboard, this is the email and password that you'll have to enter. Again, I'm saying remember this email and password as well. If you want, you can set the same email and password over here as well. And make sure to remember this thing. Now once you enter the email and password, again click on continue. Then they will recommend you few templates. Now these are all pre-made website kind of thing. So these are all pre-made designs and pre-made templates. We don't want this thing, so we'll again skip this thing. So to skip this section as well, you can click on this skip link at the very bottom. Skip, I don't need a template. Click on this thing. Now as I said earlier, with this package you are getting a free domain name. So whatever domain name you want to register for free, you can select the first option. There are two more options, buy a domain, use an existing domain. We don't want to buy a domain because we are getting it for free. And the third option, I'll explain you about the third option later on. First, let's select the first option, claim a free domain. Click on the select button and type in whatever domain name you want to register. For example, if I want to register this domain name nayashsheikh.co.in, so I can type in nayashsheikh, and from here, from the right hand side domain name extension list, you can select .com, .net, .fun, .click, .help, .co.in, whatever domain name extension you want. I want .co.in, so I'll select this thing. Now you have to click on search. Now this will search whether this domain name is available or not. And if the domain name is available, you will get this message that this domain is available. You can now click on continue and proceed further. Now this was the first option, claim a free domain. If you see the third option, use an existing domain. Now this is for those people who already have registered a domain name outside Hostinger. Maybe if you have already registered a domain name on GoDaddy, Namecheap or some other website, and maybe if you want to use that domain name with Hostinger, then you can select this option, the third option, use an existing domain. So click on this select button. Now type in that domain name that you want to use with Hostinger. So type in that domain that you have registered on GoDaddy, but you want to use that thing with Hostinger. So there is one domain name that I have registered on GoDaddy and I want to use that domain name with Hostinger. And that is blogdude. So I'll enter this domain name over here. And again, once you enter this thing, you can click on continue and proceed further. And now they will show you where your domain name is registered and what is your current name server. We don't have to do anything over here. We just have to click on this continue button again. And now finally they will show you this thing. And here you can see what is your current name server location. So because I'm from India, for me Asia data center location is selected. If you want, if you click on this thing, you can even change your data center location. So here you can see we have Asia, we have Singapore, we have data centers in Europe, in USA. So whatever data center location you want, you can select this thing. And after that you can click on finish setup. Now basically data center location should be the target audience. So if your target audience is in India, you should be selecting India data center location. If your target audience maybe is in USA, then you can select some data center in USA. Now this setup is completing for you. Basically what is happening right now is, once you click on finish setup, what is happening right now is WordPress is getting installed on your domain name. So this will take 2 to 3 minutes. So let's wait. Okay, now as you can see, this is 100% completed, and once it is completed, you will see this page. Here you don't have to do anything. You just have to click on this logo that you see at top, Hostinger logo. Click on this logo and now you'll automatically be redirected to your Edge panel. So this is your Edge panel. This is basically your control panel for Hostinger. So you'll be controlling your hosting from this page. Now over here you have to click on hosting, and because we have selected the blog.do domain, you will see this domain name will be available for you. You have to now click on manage. And you will see this button over here, WordPress dashboard. Click on this button. Now once you click on this button, you will see this page. Now in this example, I'll be using this domain name web2023.blogdo. Now whatever domain name you're using, you will always see this page here. Make sure that SSL certificate is active for you. So here as you can see, SSL is active for me. Then after that, also make sure that force HTTPS is on for you and Lightspeed caching is also on for you. Okay, make sure these things are active for you. And at the right hand side, you can see what is the current WordPress version and PHP version that you're using. Now we don't have to do anything over here. We just have to click on this edit website button. Now once you click on this button, a new tab will open for you. And now you will be automatically logged into your WordPress dashboard. So this is your dashboard. In fact, this is your post page. We can come back to our main dashboard. If you click on this W icon and if you click on this dashboard thing, this is your main dashboard. Okay, this is how this page will look like. Now this page, the dashboard page, is the most important page of your website because you will be controlling your entire website from this page. So if you want to change the style, appearance of the website, if you want to write a post, to create a page, manage page, post, comments, anything like that, you'll be doing everything from this page. And whenever you want to log into this page or whenever you want to land on this page, there are two ways of doing it. First of all, you can just enter your website name. For example, your website name is blogdo, so you can enter blogdo.com and after that put a /wp-admin, you will land on this page. Now another way of doing it is you can come back to your Edge panel and you can click on this hosting, okay, click on manage, and after that click on WordPress dashboard, and you can click on this edit website. You will automatically be logged into your dashboard. Okay, now whenever we install WordPress on a new domain name, there are few basic things that we have to understand and there are few settings that we have to do. So let's see that. Now first of all, you can see there are some widgets on your dashboard. These are not really useful, so we can get rid of them. So we can click on screen options and we can untick everything from here. Okay, make sure you have a nice clean dashboard over here. Now at the left hand side we have some options. Second option is your post option. Now under post you will see hello world is automatically created for you. This is just a dummy blog post. Later on in this video we'll see how we can create our own custom blog post. Okay, under the blog page we have created different blog posts. So later on in this video we'll see how we can create our own custom blog post. Now if you click on the blog page, you can see these are all the blog posts. So we'll see how to create a custom blog post like this one. So these blog posts are created from this blog page. This is a dummy blog post. Later on in this video, we'll delete it. Then we have the media option. Now whatever media files, thumbnails, images you have on this website, all these media library, all these media files will be available in the media library. You can add new media from here. You can click on add new, or you can just drag and drop media files over here. You can manage them from here. Then we have the pages option, which obviously will be used to create different pages like your home page, about page, your blog page, projects page, all these different pages. Then after that we have the comments option. Now whenever you have any comments on your blog post or any other place, you'll always see those comments over here. So you can now approve them, unapprove them if you want to reply to this comment, or if you want, you can even mark this comment spam, or you can delete it. Then leave all the other options, come to appearance. Now under appearance, you will see few themes will be automatically installed for you, and one of those themes will be activated. So in this case, this 2023 theme is activated. Now if you open your website in a new tab, so if I open this website in a new tab, let's see. Here as you can see, this is how your website is looking right now. Now this design and appearance of your website is because of this theme, 2022 theme or 2023 theme. Now let's go ahead and activate some other theme. For example, let me activate this 2022 theme. So if I click on this activate button, and again if you come back to this page and refresh it, now you'll see your website design is completely changed. Now this is because of this theme, 2022 theme. So this is basically what a theme does. A theme changes your website style and appearance. Now we just need one theme activated over here. So all the other themes, we can just click on them and we can delete them. In fact, we don't even want to use this 2022 or 2023 theme. We'll be using another free theme, one of the best themes available in the market. For now, we can click on plugins, the next option. Now under plugins also, you'll see so many plugins will be activated for you. And first of all, let's understand what this plugin is. We have just seen what a theme is. Theme is basically the design or appearance of your website. As for plugin is kind of an add-on or some software that will add some extra features or functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, our website is just a simple blog over here. If you want to convert this website into an e-commerce website, there is another plugin which is called WooCommerce. You'll have to install that WooCommerce plugin to make your website an e-commerce website. So whatever new features you want, for example, if you want to add the contact form feature, if you want to create a form on your website, you'll have to install a plugin for that. You'll understand more about this thing later on in this video. For now, again, I would recommend you to delete all these themes. So first we have to deactivate them. So you can click on deactivate it like this. Okay, let's deactivate all the plugins. Okay, and now let's delete them. So again, one by one, or if you want to save some time, you can just tick mark this thing. It will select everything. Now under bulk action, select delete, and don't delete this Lightspeed cache plugin. Untick this thing. Make sure all the other things are tick mark. Just untick the Lightspeed cache. We want to keep this plugin because this is going to improve your website speed and performance. Here as you can see, this is a caching plugin. So all the other plugins, make sure it is tick mark. Select delete from here and now click on apply. So all these plugins will be deleted for you. Now we have the settings option. Click on that. Now in the settings, first we have basic and general settings. So you have to give your website some name. So for example, I want to give my website a name of blog tour. Okay. And after that, you have to give your website some tagline. So maybe my website is a WordPress agency website, a website agency website. So I can type in this thing over here. Okay. So under tagline, you will be describing your website in few words. Okay. Here as you can see here, it says in a few words, explain what this site is about. Okay. That is going to be your tagline. Then after that, make sure your email address is correct. And now you can do one thing. You can also make sure that anyone can register a tick mark. Okay. People can come and register as a subscriber. Now under time zone, you can select the time zone, and based on your country, you can select the time zone. I'm from India, so I'm selecting the Kolkata time zone. Now click on save changes. Now under settings, you have permalinks. Click on that, and some other permalink structure will be selected. You have to select this one, post name permalink structure. Select this and click on save changes. Again, come back to your dashboard. With this, all the basic settings related to our WordPress website are now 100% completed. Now let me again come back to the Edge panel and show you a few more things. Now, as I said earlier, that you can create up to 100 websites with this plan. Now in future, maybe if you want to add one more website in this hosting plan, how you'll do that. So let me show you this thing. And with that, I'll also show you one thing. If you have some external domain name, for example, if you have registered your domain name on GoDaddy, and if you want to use it with Hostinger, how you can do that. Okay, you have to do one setting. You have to change the DNS server. I'll show you how that is done. First of all, come to websites. Maybe if I want to create a new website, I'll click on this option, create or migrate a website. Okay. Now I'll have to select whether I want to create a website or migrate a website. So I'll select this option. I want to create a website. Okay. Now what platform you want? WordPress. Obviously we want WordPress. So we'll select WordPress. Now for WordPress dashboard, we have to enter the email address and password for the WordPress dashboard. Same steps, which we have already seen. They will recommend you a few plugins. We don't want it. So we'll click on skip. Again, they will recommend you a few themes. We don't want it. Again, we'll click on skip. Now the same step is happening again. We have already seen this thing, claim a free domain, buy a domain. This time we want to select use an existing domain. So we'll click on select and you have to enter this domain name. So there is this domain name nayashik.com that I've registered on GoDaddy. Maybe I want to use this domain name with Hostinger. So I'll select this domain, click on continue. Now this will tell me where this domain name is registered. So here as you can see, this registered on GoDaddy. This is my existing name server. Okay, it is hosted on A2 hosting currently. We want to change this thing. We want to host it on Hostinger. Okay, so we have to change the existing name server to this required name server. Okay, this thing at the right hand side. So go to GoDaddy or wherever you have registered your domain name. Here as you can see it is on GoDaddy, so I'll go to godaddy.com. Log into your account, and once you log into your account you will see all the different domain names that you have registered. So as I said earlier, we'll be using nayashik.com, so I'll select nayashik.com, click on DNS. Now whatever domain name registrar you're using, whether it's GoDaddy, whether it's Namecheap, you'll always see the DNS option. So you have to select the DNS option and you have to change your name server. Here as you can see, this is my current name server. I want to change it. They might ask you a few things. So they might ask you whether you really want to do it. So you have to select the bottom option, yes, enter my own name servers. Now you'll only see two options by default. So you have to delete this name server like this, come back to this page, copy this name server, paste it over here, then copy this second name server like this and paste it over here. Make sure no extra space or blank is available, and after that click on save. Now once you click on save, it can take up to 24 to 48 hours to link your domain name with Hostinger. So once you do this thing, now click on continue, and if after that you can finish this setup. Alright, now once it is done, again you don't have to do anything, just click on this Hostinger logo at top. You will come back to this page. Now let's see how you can migrate your website. Again, steps are all same. You can click on this option. If you click on the user icon, you will see migrate website. Click on this migrate website option. Click on add request. Now enter with what domain name you want to register migrate. So maybe I want to migrate this thing, blogdude. Okay, and you can use this option, use WordPress login. So you can enter your WordPress login URL. Basically, you can enter your WordPress dashboard link, which is your website name /wp-admin. After that, you can enter your WordPress username and password, and they will migrate your website for free. If you don't understand anything, if you have any problem, you can always raise a ticket and they will help you out. Okay, so this is how you migrate your website, and this is how you connect external domain name with Hostinger, and how you add multiple websites. Here as you can see, we have added 2 websites. You can add 10, 20, 30 different websites in one single hosting plan. Again, let's come back to our dashboard. Right, now let's start installing all the required themes and plugins. First, let's install the page builder, because that is the most important thing. So page builder will help you to design and create all these kind of different pages. So this entire page, in fact, this entire website is created with this page builder, and this is a free page builder. You don't have to purchase it, 100% free. So now earlier they had the free option over here right on the website. You could just click on that and you can download the free version, but I think they have removed it recently. Here as you can see, now they only have paid version. So if you want to use Elementor Pro on one website, you have to purchase this plan and so on. But we'll be using the free version. We don't want to use the paid version. I'm just showing you that this paid version is also available. If you want to use the paid Elementor Pro on 25 websites, if you want to use this page builder, paid page builder on 25 different websites, you can purchase this plan. So you can just click on buy now and you can purchase this plan. And here as you can see, $199. For $199, you can use this page builder Pro 1 Elementor Pro Expert on 25 website. If you want to use it on one single website, you can just select this essential plan, click on buy now, and you can use it in one website. Okay, here as you can see, for just $59. But as I said earlier, we'll be using the free version. So to download or to install the free version, you have to click on login. You have to log in. I already have an account, so I'll be logged in. If you don't have an account, you will be asked to sign up. Now once you sign up, you just have to enter your email address and password. Whatever email address and password you want, you can just set that thing and you will automatically be signed up on your website. So just 2 things to sign up on the website for free. Now once you sign up, you will see this screen. Okay, you have to do some changes in the URL bar. After my.elementor.com, you have to type in this thing, welcome/install. So basically your domain name should be my.elementor.com/welcome/auto-install. Okay, whatever you see on your screen, type in this thing and press enter. Now you will see this page. Over here you have to enter your website name. Okay, so my website name is this. I'll enter this website name or website URL. Click on check for WordPress. This will check whether WordPress is installed on your domain name. Here it says yes. Now you'll get this option. Click on install Elementor, and Elementor will be installed for you. Here as you can see, Elementor website builder. At the bottom right corner, you will see the install now button. Click on that. And now here as you can see, you're automatically redirected to your dashboard and Elementor has started installing for you. Once it is installed, you can click on activate plugin and you can basically activate this plugin. Then you will see this thing. Again, you can click on this skip link, or if you want, you can click on this X thing. You can cut this thing. Alright, now let's get rid of this widget as well. Okay, now there are a few more plugins that we need. So for that you can click on plugins. You'll get all the plugins over here. You don't have to open a new website. Click on add new. Now the next plugin that we need is for portfolio. So if you search for portfolio, in fact if you have to search for Phlox portfolio, Phlox portfolio. Okay, you will see premium portfolio features for Phlox theme. Install this thing. This is by Avatar. Now this will help you to use this thing. This will help you to create these kind of portfolios or projects, and if somebody clicks on that thing, you can design your own portfolio or services page, or you can see your works page or your projects page. Okay, and this is how your single portfolio or your project will look like. Now don't activate this plugin right now. We can activate all the plugins at once, so this will save you some time. Next plugin is Contact Form 7. This is the next plugin that we need, Contact Form 7. So install this one, Contact Form 7, install this. This will help you to create contact forms. So if you go to the contact page, we have created this form over here. This is created using this Contact Form 7 plugin. Then we have to search for MC4WP, MC4WP. Okay, this is the one, MC4WP, MailChimp for WordPress. Install this one. Now this will help you to create this newsletter thing over here. Yes, you can see in the footer we have used this newsletter. This will help you to create this thing. Now once you do this thing, you have to now go to appearance. Now we need to install a new theme, and this is also going to be a free theme. So just like all the other plugins, this is also free. So you can click on add new, and under search theme, search for Phlox, Phlox. You will get this thing over here. Install this theme. Now once it is installed, you have to activate this theme. So click on activate, and once activated, they will ask you to install. You will get this button basically, and they will ask you to install this Phlox core plugin. You can click on install. If you don't see this pop-up over here, if you don't get this button, you can also do this thing. Under appearance, you will see install plugins. If you click on that link, you will get this Phlox core plugin installation link. Let me show you. First let it get activated first. Okay, now it is activated and you will see this page. Now under this option, if you click on under Phlox, if you click on plugins, here as you can see under recommended plugins, we have Phlox portfolio, which we have installed. Then we have all the other plugins, whatever plugins you want. All the plugins will be available over here. So if you want to add some extra plugins, you can do that thing from here. Now let's click on plugins and let's activate all the other plugins as well. And make sure to always update the theme or plugin. Whenever there is any new update available for theme or plugin, make sure to always update it. Now tickmark MC4WP, Phlox portfolio and Contact Form 7. And under bulk actions, select activate and click on apply. Make sure all your plugins and themes are now activated. Next thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that auto updates is available. So for example, if you see for Elementor, the current version is 3.9.2. Maybe after 1 week, new version comes 3.9.3. Then we don't want to do it manually. We want it to get updated automatically. So again, you can tick mark enable auto updates for all the plugins and also for theme. Go to appearance and click on this theme and click on enable auto updates. Now you can even delete this 2022 theme. Okay. Now this is the free version of theme we are using. This theme is also available in pro version, in the premium version, and at a very affordable price. So if you open this link, blogdit.com/Phlox, Phlox, you will automatically be redirected to this page. And here as you can see, just for $39, you can purchase this theme for lifetime. Okay, so you don't have to renew it every year. For lifetime, you can purchase this theme. Okay, this is the theme. So if you just spend some extra money, you can have the premium version. And with the premium version here, as you can see, you have 200 plus completely built websites plus many different Elementor elements and different widgets which are created for you. Many different pre-made designs and layouts are also created for you just for $39 for lifetime. Okay, again I'm saying we are using the free version, but if you spend just some extra dollars, you can use the pro version as well. Now once you install this Phlox theme and once you install all the free plugins that I have shown you over here, after that you can now start creating this website. Now first of all, again if you come back to your website, refresh it, because we have changed the theme, the design of the website is changed. Now this website by default is very wide. I don't like this thing. I want to make it like this. Here as you can see, the left hand side and also at the right hand side, we have a nice amount of space. If you see, nice space both at the left hand side and at the right hand side. The content starts from here. Left and right we have some space. But here if you see, content is starting at the very left and ending at very right. So we want to get rid of this thing. We want to decrease this space. So to do this thing, you will see this customize link at top. Click on this customize link. And over here you have to select this option. You will see the general option. Click on general and select general layout. And by default here, as you can see, 1600 pixels is selected. We have to select 1200 pixels. Now if you hide this thing, now as you can see, we have nice space at the left hand side and also at the right hand side. Same thing for the blog also. Come back. Now click on blog. And because our blog also, if you see the demo website, blog also we have some space at left and right. Okay, so we want both for archive and also for single blog, we want this extra space at left and right. So again, you can come to customize, click on blog, single post. For single post also, you can select 1200 width. For blog page also, you can select 1200 width. Okay, like this. And single block, rest everything is fine. There are other settings as well, but we'll see those settings later on. For now, you can just click on publish. Now I also want to do one thing. If you see the default font family that you're using throughout the website, this is the font family that we are using. Okay, this is called Nunito font family. So you can do one thing. You can come over here, click on this option, general option, select general typography, and under general typography setting, you will see body. Okay, you can click on this pencil button, and the font family you can select, you can just type in Nunito, N-U-N-I-T-O. Okay, select this option, and now as you can see, the design of this text is changed. We also want to change the font family, font style. Basically, we want to change the font style for title, for all the other things. So you'll see heading, select heading, and again under font family, select Nunito. Okay, now as you can see, home also is changed. Similarly, for all the other option, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, make everything Nunito. Okay, N-U-N-I-T-O. Select the same font family throughout this website. Okay, and finally for heading 5 as well. Okay, same font family. Now I'll explain you and I'll show you the. I'm just setting this font family because this is the font family that I'll be using. But I'll show you like thousands of different font families or font styles. Basically, font styles, letter styles. You can select anyone that you like. I like this one for this website, so that is the reason why I'm selecting this thing. Now let's again come back to the dashboard. Now let's actually start creating the home page. So to create a new page, you click on pages at the left hand side. And sometimes it might happen that these pages will be created for you. Okay, home page, contact, blog page, all these pages are created for you. Sometimes it might happen that these are not created for you. So let me actually do one thing. Let me delete these pages. Okay. You don't have to do it. I'm just showing you that even if it is not created for you automatically, how you can do it from scratch. So to create a new page or to create your home page, you can click on this add new button. Now because this is our home page, under title we'll type in home. Okay, so just type in home. Now if you just publish this page right now, and if you open this page in a new tab, okay, you see this view page link, or if you see this thing at the right hand side, page address, this blue button, view page, if you click on this thing, you will see this page. So this is how the home page is looking right now. Now we have to do some changes on this page. First of all, we don't want this title, and we also don't want this breadcrumb, because if you see on the home page, we don't have any such title or breadcrumb. Okay, like this thing. So what I'll do is I'll select this option. I'll select the title bar and I'll make it no. Okay. Then after that, for the layout, we want this option, full content or full width option, the third option. Select this option. Okay, third option. And after that, for top margin, you'll see display top margin. We don't want it, so we can make it no. And after that, display go to button, we want it, so we can make it yes. Go to button is this. If you scroll down here, as you can see at the bottom right corner, you'll see go to top button. Okay, so this is we want this button, so we'll make it yes. Yeah, rest everything is fine. Okay, so you have to do one thing. You have to make the title bar no. Under layout, make it content full width. Okay, and disable top margin. And once you do this thing, again if you update this page, again if you come back over here and refresh it, now you'll see a blank page. Okay, so now here as you can see, we have a blank page. We don't have any title, subtitle. Now we can design our own website. But if you see in the URL bar here, it says your website name /home. And if you see the demo website here, it does not say /home. Although we are on the home page, it does not say /home. And if you click on blog dude, or if you click on your website title, you're redirected to some other page. Okay, some page like this, as you can see. So what is basically happening right now is this page that we have created, this home page, this is just a regular page. we have named it home, but just by naming it home, this does not become your home page. We have to set this page as our home page. So let's see how that is done. Again, come back to your dashboard, click on this W icon, WordPress icon. Now click on settings or hover over settings and click on reading. And over here you will see your home page displays. Right now your home page is displaying your latest post. We want to display a static page. So select the second option, a static page. And under home page, select this home and click on save changes. Now again come back over here. Now if you see, now you'll see once I refresh this thing, you'll still be on this same page, but this /home will disappear. Let's see. If I refresh, still on the same page, /home is gone. Now if I click on Blogdude, still on the same page. So this page has now become our official home page. Now if I click on pages, now here as you can see, besides your home page, now it says front page. This is now your official front page. Now let's start designing this page. So to design this page, you'll click on this edit button and you will get this button edit with Elementor because of the Elementor page builder. Click on this button, edit with Elementor button. Now first of all, let me explain you what this Elementor page builder is and how it works. Now all these pages, whatever pages you see, whether it's the home page, about page, blog page, all the pages are divided into different sections. So for example, here as you can see, this is our first section, hero section. Then this is our second section, services section. Then we have the third section, about us section. Fourth section is our recent project or recent work section. And similarly, we have few more sections. So basically you have to create your website section by section. And we'll be using these elements. Here, if you see at the left hand side, we have different elements. These elements are used, in fact, I've used these elements to create this entire website. And I'll show you how you can use these elements to create this website. Okay, so first what you do is you add a new section. So to add a new section or to add a new row, you click on this plus button and you select how many columns you want. So in this case, in the first section here, as you can see, we have two columns. Left hand side, we have the text. Right hand side, we have the button. In the next section or in the next row, we have 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, then in the third one we have 2 columns and so on and so forth. So maybe I want 3 columns. So I'll select 3 columns over here. And now you'll see a page like this. Now once you select the column, you'll see at the left hand side, earlier we were seeing the elements. Now the elements have disappeared and now we see this setting edit section. Okay. Now again, if you want to go back to those elements, you can click on this 9 dots icon. If you see this 9 dots icon, click on this thing and now you're redirected to this thing. And this is the element that you have to use. For example, if you want to create a button like this, you can just drag and drop this button element over here. And again, once you use any element, left hand side settings will change. Now here it says edit button. And for every single element, you will have 3 options: content, style, and advanced. Okay, whatever element you're using, these 3 options will be available: content, style, and advanced. Under content, you'll just change the content. For example, what is your link? What is the text? So instead of click here, I'll type in read more. Now as you can see, text change. Under style, you can change the style. For example, instead of white color text, I want to make it, let's say red color text. Now as you can see, text is red. Instead of background color, this color, we want to make it maybe, let's see this green color background. Okay, so you can do it like this. So this is how you can design your website. This is how you can design your page. This is basically how you can design your element, whatever element you're using, button element or whatever element. Then under advanced, you see all the layout option, background option, positioning, animation, all these options. Again, if you want to come back to elements, click on the 9 dots icon. Now maybe if you want to use icon, okay, this icon element. So you'll simply drag and drop this element. Maybe I want it in the middle column. So I'll drag and drop it over here. Again, at the left hand side, now you see edit icon. Now instead of this star icon, if you want to maybe some other icon, maybe upload icon, we'll select the upload icon. Then if you want to do this styling, you can change the sizing of this thing. You can even rotate the icon. You can then change the color of the icon. Okay, whatever color you want, you can change the color of the icon like this. Okay, and then under advanced, you can change the margin, positioning, z-index, motion effect, all these things. Okay, so this is how it is done. Now let me actually delete this thing. So I'll click on delete section. And now let me show you from scratch how you can create this website. So first, let's see how we can create this section, this homepage section, the hero section. Here, as you can see, we have 2 different columns. Left hand side, we have this text. Right hand side, we have the button. So we'll add a new section, click on this plus button. We want 2 columns. We'll select this 2 column thing. Now at the left hand side, the first thing that we have is this title, subtitle, and text. So for this, there is one element called modern heading. If you search for modern heading, you will see this thing. Okay, you can just click on this search. You can just click on this search widget and search for modern heading. Once you see this modern heading by Phlox, you can simply drag and drop it over here. And now what we do is we just select this option. This is our title, why choose us. So I'll paste in this thing under title, why choose us. Then we have, this is our subtitle, so I'll copy it like this and I'll use this thing, and we don't want any divider. Here, as you can see, divider is on. If you see over here, we don't have any divider. Let me hide this thing. If you click on this thing, hide panel, this will be hidden. If you see now we have this divider, we don't want this divider. So I'll do one thing, I'll make it no. Now if I again hide this thing, that divider is gone. Okay. Then if you minimize this thing and maximize the second one, secondary heading. Now under before text, type in this thing, whatever you want as your secondary heading, type in that thing. Then we also have this text. So again, I'll copy the text. Under description, I'll paste in the text. Now whenever you copy and paste, don't just paste it like this. Okay, just don't right click and click on paste, or don't press Ctrl V. Okay, if you just press Ctrl V, it will also copy the styling sometimes. So best way to copy paste text from any website is to follow this option. Copy it from here. Okay, come over here, and to paste it, press Ctrl plus Shift plus V. Okay, this is the best way to paste text from different website on your website. Okay, so this will now copy only this text, and this will not copy any styling. Now go to style. Now let's see how we can style this thing. So first of all, we have to style the heading. In the heading, you can see this size is very small. The size of the heading is small, and this is the color that we are using. Now if you go to any website and if you see any beautiful color, and if you want to know what color code, if you want to know the exact color code of this thing, you can just click on this thing. For example, if you select this like this and right click on this and click on inspect. Now once you do this thing, you will see a page like this. Now here at the right hand side, you have this CSS thing, you have this styling thing, and here you can see the color code over here. Okay, if you see properly, this is the color code. Copy it like this. You just need to copy it. You can cancel this thing, come back to your website. Let's paste in this color over here. So here, as you can see, we have the color for heading. Make sure you're under heading and under color, select this color and paste in the color. Now as you can see, the color is changed. Now you can do one thing, you can save this color code, because we don't want to go again and again and copy the color code, come over here, paste in the color code. So you can save this thing. So to save this color code, you can click on this plus button, create new global color, and you can name it anything. So I'll name it purple, okay, or whatever color name you want, and click on save. Next time when you want to use this color, you can simply click on the globe icon, and here as you can see, this purple color code is already present for you. Now we have changed the color, let's change this styling. Okay, so we'll come over here under typography, click on this pencil button. This is already Neunito, so you don't have to change the font family. Change the size. Okay, so you can change the size like this, or maybe if you want to change the font family, you can come over here, select the font family or font style, and you can see hundreds of different font styles. You can also see the style, how that will look like. Okay, for example, if you want this Berkshire Swash, you can select this thing, and this is how your font family will look like. Okay, so whatever font family you want, you can just do it like this, and you can search for that thing. Okay, if you want any cursive, you can select this caveat, for example. Okay, or if you want, you can go to this website, fonts.google.com, and over here you can see all the different font families. You can just type in any sentence, and you can see how that will look like. Okay, in what font family, or if you want to see specific style or type of font, you can search for that as well. Font properties, not font properties, you can select, I think, under category. Yeah, maybe I want only handwriting thing, so I can untick all the other thing and just make sure handwriting is on. And now as you can see, we have all these handwriting thing, all the handwriting fonts available. Whatever font you like, you can use it. For example, Cookie is a good font family, I use it very often. So maybe if you want to use the Cookie font family, you can come over here and search for Cookie, select, and now as you can see, this is your font family. You can increase or decrease the size. Okay, this is how you design it. So this is a very useful website, fonts.google.com. You can always come over here to see what font family, how your sentence will look like in what font family. Okay, you can also search for some other languages. For example, if you want to see Arabic font family, which font families are available, or which font families are supported, which font families basically support Arabic, you can search for this. So here as you can see, Noto Nastaliq. This is again very useful for Urdu, for some regional languages. You can see what font families support this thing. Okay, so you can use this thing. If you're creating a website in Arabic, you can use these font families. So if your text is in Arabic instead of English, you can select that thing. Now again, we don't want this thing, so I'll select the default font family. Okay, so I'll go back to default, and we don't want this big. We want to decrease the size of this thing. We want to make it 20, And after that you can select the weight. You can increase or decrease the weight. Now if you select 900, this will become very bold, as you can see. If you select 100, very light, you can see this thing. We want to keep it in center, so maybe 500. You can also change the line height. If you increase or decrease the line height is basically the space between the line. If you hide this thing and if you select it, here as you can see, this thing is line height. How much space you want at top and bottom. Okay, so that when you're adding multiple lines, for example, here we have 2 lines, you can select how much space you want between each line. So that is what a line height is. So now I'll decrease this thing. We don't want this much. I just wanted to show you. Basically, the basic concept for line height is make sure that your line height is always double the font size. So if your font size is 20, line height should be 40. Okay, this is the common thing. If you want, you can do some changes as well, obviously, but this is the default position. Then after that, you can also add some letter spacing or word spacing. So between each letter, you can add some spacing like this. Okay, so you can see between each letter, and also between each word also you can add some spacing. I don't want to do this. I just wanted to show you. Letter spacing, I want to add it, but not this much, just 1 pixel. Okay, a little bit spacing between these letters. All right. So with this, we have completed this thing. Now I want to select this second option. Okay, you can also control how much margin, padding or radius, all this thing you want. So maybe if you want to control the margin, you can delink this thing first. Maybe I want margin at bottom 20 pixels. Okay, so here as you can see, you can type in 20 pixels margin at bottom. Now let's hide this thing. Let's select the secondary heading. Okay, which is this thing. This is your secondary heading. And again, if you want to see the color, you can just select, right click, inspect. You can see what color code they're using. So here as you can see, this is the color code they're using. If you click on this color, this is the color code. This is basically the black color. Press, you can cut this thing and you can come over here. For color, you can type in this color. Okay, for black, color code is 000. If you type in 0000 6 times, this is the color code for black. So I'll again save this thing and I'll name it black. Click on create. Now let's select this typography. Let's increase the size. Now this is going to be quite big, so I'll change this thing to 74 pixels, and I also want to make it bolder. Okay, so I'll select 700 pixels weight. Now here as you can see, we have a lot of line height. We don't want this much line height. I just want little bit of line height. So I'll just type in 80 pixels over here. Okay, now as you can see, 74 pixels is the size and 80 pixels is the line height. Okay, earlier in the previous thing, I told you, in fact, it was a mistake, that the line height should be the same, so should be the double. In fact, line height should be the same. Most of the times, line height should be the same. Okay. So whatever your font size is, line height should also be the same. If your font size is 80, you should say you should have line height of 80. Again, I'm saying not compulsory. This is just the default value that you can have. Then after that, for this also, if you want some letter spacing or anything like that, you can have it. We don't want it. So I'll just bring it like this. And again, how much space you want at the bottom, you can control that. I don't want that much space. I'll type in 20 at bottom. Okay. So we want 20 pixels at bottom. You can also control the max width. Okay, so for example, I want a maximum width of only 450. So you can have 450 over here, or if you want, you can increase or decrease the max width. Okay, so maybe I want 550 max width. Okay, then we have the description option, this simple text. So we'll select this thing. Again, let's see the color. This is a light color that they're using. I think dark gray color or light black color, you can see. Okay, here as you can see is the color code. If you click on this thing, this is 55505050 is the color code. Okay. So we'll come over here, paste in this color, and again I'll save the color. In fact, I'll name it the same color code. So we know that this is light black color kind of thing. Okay, light shade of the black color. Now for this, size will be just 18 pixels and we want it lighter. So you can select 300 or 400, whatever you want. Okay, just lighter font family, font weight. And after that, for this also, if you want to add some letter spacing or line height, so for this maybe line height of 30 pixels, just to increase some line height between these lines. Okay, and after that, for this also max width, I'll select 550. Okay, you can increase or decrease the max width. As you can see, maximum width, you can increase or decrease it like this. I'll type in 550 over here. Then at the bottom we have this button. Okay, so for this button we'll use the button element. Now there are multiple button elements over here. We want to use this one, button by Phlox. You'll see at the top right corner, it will say Phlox. Okay, so this one, button by Phlox. Drag and drop it at the bottom. First of all, the text over here says read more. We have read more, but we want it capital. we want it all uppercase. Okay, so we'll type in read more over here. Now we can also link this thing, so when somebody clicks on this read more button, where do you want them to be redirected? So later on when we create the home page, all the other pages, we can select that thing. For example, when somebody clicks on read more, we want them to be redirected to the about page. So you can have that thing as well. So you can type in the about page link over here. We have not yet created that page. Once we create that page, we can add that link. Now let's style this thing. First of all, what shape you want. So here as you can see, this is rectangular shape. The corners are all sharp. Okay, now if you select this shape, the second one rounded, now the corners are rounded. If you want to make it circular, you can also select this circular. Now the corners are now circular. Okay, so we are using this circular option, or we are using this curve option. So we want to use this thing. Now for padding, padding is this space. Let me show you what padding is. If you just delink it, it will become 0. Now as you can see, no padding. So how much space you want from all the sides. So you can have that padding over here. Now for padding, I want for top and bottom, I want 15, and for left and right, we want 40. So 15 top and bottom, 40 left and right. Okay, so this is your button, and after that we have the skin. Now there are some pre-made skins. If you just select the blue color, for example, this is the blue color style that you get, green color. So there are some pre-made designs available. If you want, you can use it. I don't want to use this thing. I want my own background color and all the other colors. So we'll select the background type. Okay, now over here, if you see this color, this is a gradient color. At the right hand side, we have dark purple. At the left hand side, we have, in fact, at the left hand side, we have dark, and at the right hand side, we have the light shade of the same color. So let's see how that is done. So for that, under background type, you will select the second option. First is classic, second is gradient. You have to select gradient. For the first option, we want dark purple. Now you can see second color is already selected. We don't want this color. So for the second color, I want light shade of this color. So let me actually see if we can get this color code. Right click on the button, click on inspect. Yeah, this is the second color, AD77FF. Okay, I'll copy this color code, come over here, paste in this color code, and I'll save this thing as well. Okay, I'll name it light purple, for example. Okay, or whatever color you want, create. Now here as you can see, we have this style. Now the degree is 180 degrees. Okay, so one at top and one at bottom. So the darker color at top and lighter at bottom. I want the darker color at the left hand side. Okay, so you can change the angle. Here as you can see, once you do any changes, this is how it will look like. So whatever angle you want, you can select this thing. Maybe I'll select 115. Okay, 115 is looking good, so I'll select this angle. Now we can also add the shadow. You can see we have this shadow in the button. So to give it some more emphasis, we want to add this shadow. Okay, so first I'll copy the color code, this color code, dark color code. Go to box shadow, click on this pencil button. By default, you can see once you just click on this pencil button for box shadow, this shadow is already applied over here, this black color shadow. I want to change the color of this shadow. Okay, so I'll click on this pencil button, under color, type in this color or paste in the color. Okay, now as you can see, the shadow is very much visible now. You can also control where do you want the shadow, horizontally, vertically, and how much blur you want, more and less, then how much spread you want. You can also select all these options. Okay, we want to keep it very simple. So for horizontal, I'll select 3, vertical it will be 4, and for blur we want to keep it at 10, and I don't want any spread, so maybe 0. Okay, just the default option. And I want to decrease the transparency. I don't want this dark shadow, so I'll decrease the transparency of this shadow maybe till here. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, so the second option is to decrease or increase the transparency. Okay, so maybe I'll keep it at here. All right, now it is looking much better. If I hide this thing, we have this beautiful shadow and all. Now we have few more things to do. We don't have any icon over here, so we'll skip the icon. Click on text. Let's fix the text. First of all, I don't want text shadow. If you see properly, there is some shadow on text as well. I don't want that shadow. So if you click on this pencil button, click on this color, and as I said earlier, the second option is for transparency. Bring it at the extreme left. Okay, so that the transparency is 0. Okay, so we don't have any shadow for text. We don't want any shadow for text. Now let's change the typography for this text. Now font family is Nunito, so we want to change this thing. We don't want Nunito font family. For the button, we want Poppins font family. So if you search for Poppins, you will get this Poppins font family. Select this thing. And for size, I want 16 pixels. Okay, increase it. And after that, I want to make it lighter. So I'll select 300 weight. Okay. And after that we want line height of 23. Okay, now this is looking so much better. If you want, you can also add some letter spacing if you want 1 pixel or not 12, 1 pixel letter spacing, or if you want even, you can also add decimal. If you want 0.5 for example, you can have this much as well. Okay, this is now looking much better. Let's bring it at left. So click on wrapper and select alignment left. Okay, now click on update. Whenever you do any changes on your website, always make sure to click on this update button so that whatever changes you have made is now updated. Now at the right hand side we have this image. Okay, so here you can see we have this image. So these kind of images you can download it for absolutely free if you want. If you go to this website unsplash.com, you can download these kind of images for free. There are other websites as well. For example, there's another website pexels.com. If you go to this website pexels.com, you can search for anything. For example, if you search for office team, anything like that, okay, here as you can see you can get these kind of images for free. Whatever image you want. If you want a guy in blazer for example, you can just type in guy blazer. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, girl on bike. Okay, you can type in that thing and you'll get images for that. Right, and hundreds and thousands of different professional images, you can get it for free. Similarly, whatever you want, you can just search for that. Maybe I want to use this one. Okay, this image, maybe let's use this one. Okay, this is looking good. Now to download this image, you can just click on download free, but these are very big sizes. Okay, very big file size and resolutions. We don't want this big image, so always click on this down arrow over here. You can now select this thing. For example, if you see the original size is 5760 and something like that. We want this medium size. Okay, this small size basically. So click on this medium and download the medium size for this one. Now once this image is downloaded, you can use this image on your website, but that is not very much recommended, because if you directly use on your website, we don't want to directly use this image. We want to add this shape on top of this image. So there are several ways of doing it. The one option that we are going to see is there is one website called pixlr.com. Okay, pixlr.com/e, pixlr.com/e. Now here you can click on this option create new and you can select the width and height that you want. So in this example, maybe we want 550 width and 580 height. If you want, you can select 750, 780, 850, 880, anything like that, or 800 by 800. You can select that as well. Now once you select this thing, click on create. Now you'll see this simple canvas over here. Now we want to use that image on top of this canvas. So we'll click on this plus button. If you see at the bottom right corner, we have this plus button. We have to add a new layer of image. So click on add image layer. Now you can use this image. Click on open. And here as you can see, because this is a big image, this is how it will look like. If you want to resize this image, you can do that thing as well. Okay, you can do it like this. You have to find the corner. Here's the corner. You can do it like this. You can resize the image. All right, like this. All right, and maybe you can select what section you want. So maybe we want this much section. Okay, now whatever shape you want, you have to select the shape. So for shape, again we have to add a new layer. Okay, so we'll click on this plus button again, and this time we'll select shape layer. Okay, click on shape, and this is the default shape that you'll get. If you want to use this shape, you can use it. If you want to use maybe this rounded shape, you can use that. If you want to use circle, you can use this circle, or if you want to use some other shape, you can click on custom. Okay, after that you'll see this shape option. Click on this and you'll see all these custom shapes. So for example, you can use this one. Okay, this is a good shape, or if you want, you can use this one as well. Okay, or if you want, you can even use some abstract shape like this one. Okay, so this is another shape. You can first of all increase the size like this. Okay, let's see, just make sure this is not cutting. Fine, so maybe this is looking good. Now once you have this shape selected, after that you can click on this magic wand icon. Okay, here you see the magic wand thing. Select this and now click on this shape. Now this shape will be selected, as you can see. Now once it is selected, you can now click on this image. At the right hand side you can see this layers. We want to select the image layer, so click on this image layer, and after you click on this image layer, press Ctrl I to invert this selection. Now the image is selected, and now after this, once you select this thing, after that just click on delete. Now the image is deleted. Now once the image is deleted, if you want, first of all click on this thing. First of all, let's deselect this thing, so press Ctrl D everything is now deselected. After that, you can click on this arrow icon, okay, arrange icon. And now if you remove this space, if you just remove this space, here as you can see, we have the image. So in fact, again, you can do one thing, you can select this shape and you can delete this shape, okay, delete it like this. And now we have this image in this shape, whatever shape you selected. And now we can go ahead and, save this thing. So click on file, save, make sure it is PNG, okay, so that we have transparent thing, or else this transparent thing will be replaced with white background. We don't want that. So make sure you select PNG or WebP, okay, anything like that. PNG is also good, WebP is also good, whatever you want. You can select this thing. In fact, WebP is better because the file size is smaller. As you can see, WebP, and this size is 77 KB. Sometimes WebP is not accepted, so you have to see that. So maybe I want 90% quality. So I'll select, click on save as, and maybe I want to, I'll just name it shape. Okay, click on save, shape.webp. Now you can use this image on your website. So if you come over here and if you use the, first of all, you have to drag and drop the image element at the right hand side. Okay, in fact, not the regular image element. Let's search for advanced image. Okay, drag and drop the advanced image element over here. Now click on this thing and upload this image, WebP image that we just downloaded. Okay, so as you can see, this is the image. We'll select this, click on open. And once it is installed, click on insert media, and here you have this beautiful image. Make sure you select full size image for this one. Okay, and after that, whatever you want, you can do it. Now I don't want to use this image. I want to use obviously if you want, you can use this image. I just wanted to show you that this is how it is created. I just want to use this image that I have used in the demo website, because we want to just create the same website as the demo website. So what I'll do is I'll upload that image over here. In fact, if you see, as I said earlier in the introduction, I'll be giving all these images, whatever images I've used to create this website, I'll be giving everything for free. So there will be a link in the video description below. If you click on that link, you will be redirected to my website blogdude.com. And here, for every single tutorial, I always create a blog post like this one. For example, for my business listing tutorial, multi-vendor e-commerce tutorial, gym website tutorial, whatever tutorial you open, you will see a page like this. So once you click on that link which is given in the video description, you will be redirected to a similar blog post. At top, you will see the video that you're watching right now, and after that, few important links. And over here at the bottom, you will see download free images. Once you click on this download button, a zip file will be uploaded for you. A zip file will be downloaded for you. And this is how this zip file will look like. Okay, this is how a zip file looks like. You have to right click on this. This is not the file, by the way. I have not in fact created the file, but by the time you're watching this video, that file will be created and you can download it. Once you download the zip file, you have to right click on this and click on extract files. Once you click on extract files, you will have this media folder over here. Okay, under media folder, you will see all these images that I've used. I'm giving it for absolutely free. We also have pages. Okay, pages, styles. I'm giving everything for free. I'll show you how you can use these pages and style, but you can see the images and everything is now present for you. So let's use these images. Again, I'll come back over here. I'll replace this image with my own image. Okay, so I'll open the media folder and let's see, I have this image. I think this is the one. Okay, so this is the one. This is the image that we want to use. I'll select this, click on open. Now click on insert media. Okay, I have this image over here. Now once you have this image, after that you can again click on, make sure to always click on update. And now let's do one thing. Let's add these options. So here, as you can see, these are patterns. If you see this dotted pattern, and then we have this thing, then we have all these options. These are some of them are images, some are pattern. Again, I've given you these things as well. If you open the media folder, and here, as you can see, this is one image. I've given you all these images that I've used to create this website. Okay, so if you see this purple circle, this is this pattern. Okay, this purple circle pattern, that is the one. If you want, you can create your own patterns as well. So there are many different websites. In fact, you can create your own illustrations. You can create your own pattern. Instead of this image, if you wanted to use some illustration, you could go to this website, undraw.co/illustrations. So if you don't want to use any image, like here we are using this image instead of this image, if you want to use any illustration like this, you could use this illustration as well. Maybe if you want computer or any other thing, you can just search for this. If you click on search, maybe I want, suppose, mobile illustration. So if you search for mobile, here as you can see, so many different illustrations. If you click on, maybe let's select this one. Maybe I want this one, so you can select this, click on download PNG. If you want to have different color, you can select the color code as well. For example, if you want this in orange color or purple color, okay, whatever color you want, you can select this thing and then you will get this color code. You can click on this thing and you can download it. So this is the website from where you can download these kind of illustrations. And if you want to create your own patterns, like we have this thing, you can go to this pixlr.com. You can create your pattern over here as well, whatever pattern you want. For example, here as you can see this line pattern, you can select this option, come over here, select the draw icon, okay, create your own patterns like this. Okay, these are obviously, this is not good, this is very bad, but you can use some advanced things to create any pattern like this, or you can download your free patterns as well, like this dotted pattern. So for that, you will go to this website, toptal.com/designers/subtle patterns. Okay, this is the link you have to go to. And here as you can see, whatever you want to search for, again you can search for that thing over here. If you want to search for dotted, or if you want to search for some other thing, you can search for that thing. You can click on view all tags, and whatever you're using, maybe if you're searching for patterns with coffee, you can select coffee, and it has coffee mug in the pattern. Click on this thing. Okay, it is not the coffee mug thing, it's somebody just scanned a coffee cup and they have this thing. But if you want a dotted thing, fabric thing, okay, as you can see, fabric pattern, white pattern, whatever pattern you want, you can select that thing. Okay, I want to select this option. I'll again come back. Here as you can see, we have floral pattern as well. So these are all different patterns that you can use. Instead of, if you want dotted patterns as well, you can use dotted patterns as well. Many different, like thousands of different patterns are available. Maybe if I want to use, let's use this pattern. Okay, maybe I want to use this pattern. So you can select this thing and you can click on download pattern. A PNG file will be downloaded for you. Here as you can see. Now again, if you open this file, this is how it will look like. Now we don't want to use it like this. We want maybe a circular pattern. Let's see how we can make it circular. So for that, you can go to this website, photor.com, fotor.com. I'm basically just giving you all the different, all the different resources, free online tools that you can use to do all these things. Non-photor.com, you can click on edit a photo and you can click on open photo or open image, and let's select that image that we just downloaded, this one, open. Okay, now this image is installed. Now I don't want this image in this shape. I want to change this shape. So what I'll do is I'll click on adjust, and under adjust I'll crop this thing, but I'll crop it in this circle thing. Okay, I'll select this circle, and now as you can see, you can select how much you want to crop. I want to crop this much. Okay, now click on apply, and now we have this pattern over here, okay, in circular form. Or if you want it in different shape, you can have that thing as well. If you want, you can even blur this. If you want, you can add, you can rotate it, you can resize it, you can do all this thing. If you want to add some other element on this, on top of this one, you can do that thing as well. Here as you can see, all these elements are available for you. So here also you can search for your own patterns actually. Okay, so we have these elements available. Now once you have this pattern, you can click on download, and again make sure you download in PNG so that you have transparent background. Okay, and download this thing, and this will be downloaded for you. Right, so this is how you can create your own patterns. If you want to use the regular rectangular pattern, you don't have to edit it, just download it and use it on your website. Okay, let's see how we can use this pattern on websites like this one. For example, I want to use this thing. Okay, so again we'll do one thing, we'll use advanced image. Search for advanced image, drag and drop on top of this image. Okay, and let's upload that image. Okay, I'll go to media, and in fact let me upload this dotted, all these images at once, just to save some time. This pattern also, and all these images. Purple circle, we have this thing. I think we had one more image for the title. Here it is. Let me upload these images for now. Okay, sometimes you might have some problem with the SVG file, okay, because these were all SVG files. They were not uploaded properly. So don't worry, there is another way of uploading the SVG files. You can come back to your dashboard, click on media, and you can upload the SVG files from here, from the media folder. So I'll do one thing, I'll select all the SVG files. Okay, SVG files will look something like this with Google Chrome icon or Microsoft Edge icon. Okay, so these are all images as well, but these are different, the file format is different. You can drag and drop these, and now as you can see, these are all getting uploaded. Now this is, as you can see, lighter version. Okay, smaller one. This is a little bit darker version, but okay, you can see the size and everything is given to you. Now let's use this image. First of all, we'll have to click on this image, choose image. If you have any problem, you can refresh this page. Now again, click on this image, and now we can select this image. Let me select this darker one. We have used the darker one over here. So this is the dark one. Click on insert, and now as you can see, we have this image, but we don't want it over here. We want it at the on top of this image, and over here at the bottom left corner. So first of all, under image size, I'll make it full. Go to settings, and if you want, you can also increase or decrease the size. For example, max width. If you want a smaller size, you can decrease the max width thing. Okay, I'll delete it. I want the same size. Now go to advanced. To change the position of this thing, you have to select this positioning option. Okay, you have this positioning by Phlox. Select that and select absolute positioning. Okay, now this will disappear because this image is now behind this thing, behind this main image. So if you want to bring this image on top, you can do one thing. Go to layout and change the Z index to increase the Z index to 1. Once you increase the Z index to 1, or if you don't see it on 1, you can keep on increasing the number until and unless you see this image. I'll just keep it at 1. Now once you keep it at 1, again if you come back to positioning, now you can change where you want this image. So from top, I want to bring it at bottom, and from right over here. Alright, like this. Alright, so this is how it is looking. Again, if you hide this thing, you can see how this will look like. And you can again always come over here, go to style. If you want to increase or decrease the size, maybe you want only 80%. Okay, I'll select percentage, 80%. All right, you can always increase or decrease the size. Okay, maybe I don't want 100%, I want 80%. Again, you can go to advanced, go to positioning, and you can control where you want this image. All right, so maybe we want it over here. Fine. Now let's again use the advanced image. Drag and drop it over here at top of the image. Now this time let's use this one. Click on insert, image size. This will be full size. Go to advanced, click on this image, go to advanced. Make sure again Z index is at least 1. Then go to positioning, absolute positioning, and wherever you want it. Okay, so from top I'll bring it over here, and all right. Okay, so you can just bring it wherever you want. Fine. Let's use another image for the third one, for this one. So we'll upload this image. Click on full size first of all, and this is pretty big, and this is because the background color is also white, we are not able to see properly. So we can do one thing, we can also add shadow to this image as well. So if you go to this option, go to this style and add box shadow. Okay, now you'll see this is how it will look like. Now we can again under max width, we want to decrease this thing to maybe 60%. All right, and now I'll bring this thing. Again, make sure at least Z index is 1, and then go to positioning, absolute, and you can change the positioning. Okay, so I want it over here. All right, and this is how it is looking. You can see. If you have any problem, you can go to style, and actually you can do one thing, background color, make it transparent like this. It will look much better. All right, so we have this thing, we have the shadow and all. This is how it is looking. You can change the box shadow if you want to make it darker, or if you want to increase or decrease the horizontal and vertical thing, increase the blur and all, you can do that thing. Okay, this is how it is looking. You can change the shape and everything, but this is basically how it is looking. Okay, this is how you use all these options. Again, I'm saying once you do any changes, make sure to always update this page. Now once you do this thing, finally we have to do we have to see this option. We have to see the main row or main section. Now in the main section, you can see we have this background color. So I'll copy this background color. This is FCFBFF. Or if you want, you can do one thing for this background color. We want, if you see properly, the background color is also very light shade of this purple color. So if you want to have different shades of this purple color, you can go to this color, see the color code. This is your purple color. There is one website called Make Tints and Shades. So if you go to this website, Make Tints and Shades, and if you paste in whatever color code and click on Make Tints and Shades, here as you can see, we have all the different shades, lighter and darker shades for this color. I want the very light color over here, so I can copy this color code, this one. Come back to my website, select edit section. Now go to style. I want this color in the background, so I'll select background type, color, paste in this color. Okay. Now this is very dark, like it is very light, but still it is dark. So you can do one thing, you can increase or decrease the transparency. So we can make it a little bit more transparent. Okay, like this. Okay, now it is looking purple, but very light pale color purple. Okay, so this is how it is looking, and this is looking much better. Now we need this extra space at top, because our header will be hanging around at top, or it will be, it will not be sticking at top. So we have some extra space, so we need to add some extra space at top. So we'll select this option. We have added this background. Now we'll go to advanced and we'll add some padding from top. So select this option, and at top padding we want 180 pixels, like this. Okay, now it is looking extra, but once we create the header, this will look better. Header will come over here and that top header will disappear. Then it will look much better. Then after that, we also want to do one thing. We want to add animations. In fact, before that, we also have this. We have this as well. We have this image as well at the left hand side. So let's add that image as well. I'll add advanced image, and this time we'll maybe add this image over here below this button, and light image. Okay, full size. Go to advanced, and after that we'll go to positioning, absolute. Okay, it is over here. From top it will be over here, but from right, let's bring it over here. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it is disappeared. And decrease it a little bit. Okay, now this is how it is looking. Okay, you can play around with these numbers, whatever you think is good. Okay, you can keep it, maybe not this much, a little bit more. Let me type custom 520. All right, now it is looking much better. Okay, again I'll go ahead and update this page. Now let's see the animations. If you refresh this page, you will see all kind of different animations over here. So here, as you can see, we have this animation for all these things. So if you want to add animation, for example, for this modern heading, we want to select this thing. For animation, you will select advanced and you will select this option. If you scroll down, you will see entrance animation. Now what animation you want? We want fade in down. Okay, not fade in down, fade in up. And there are fading up 1, fading up 2, all these things. Now for how long you want this thing, so how slow or fast you want this animation. So if you type in 1000, it will be 1 second. Okay, so let me make it 2000. Now as you can see, it will be a much slower animation. You can also add some delay. So maybe I'll add delay of 200 milliseconds, which is 0.2 seconds. Okay, now under easing, we want to select quad out. Okay, you'll see this option, quad out. Select this option. Now for the button, you can select this button. And whatever animation you want, let me again refresh it, see what button animation we're using. So button animation is also same. Go to advanced. Entrance animation will select again fade in up, but this time let's select the regular fade in up, or maybe fade in up 2. Okay, you can just play around with this as I said earlier. Now duration, this will also be same, 2000 seconds or 2000 milliseconds, which is 2 seconds, and delay a little bit more, so 300 milliseconds. Okay. Then you can select the image. Let's select the main image. Okay, the main image. Go to advanced and entrance animation. This will be, let's see, let's select scale down for this one. Okay, we have the scale option. If you select scale down, this is how it is looking, but we want to obviously make it slower. So 2500, and we also want some delay. So 400 delay maybe. Okay, now for all the other images, we'll select this image. Same thing. We'll go to entrance animation, and for this we'll select scale up. Okay, scale up is looking good for this one, and this will be fast, so maybe 1 second, but with 600 delay. Okay, if you don't understand these things, and for ease in, always select this quad out, QUART out, then select this option, and this will obviously fade in from top. And you won't understand anything, but once we refresh the page, you will see the animation. Entrance animation, I'll select fade in down. Okay, fade in down 1, and this will also be maybe 2600 slower, and delay of maybe 600. Then finally the third image, and we can select maybe coming from right, so this will come from right. Entrance animation, slide from right. Okay, maybe I want this one. Okay, again this will also be slower, so 2000 milliseconds, or if you want it to make it even more slower, you can increase the number, and delay will be for this maybe 800. Update this page. Now if you open this page in a new tab, if you go to your home page, here you can see all the animation and everything is now working with delay and everything. If you again refresh this page, okay, this is how it is working, and this is looking much better with animation and everything. This is looking much better. So this is how we can create this section, and this is how we can add all these beautiful animations. Now with this we complete our first section. Let's see how we can create our next section. Now we'll be going a little bit faster. I spent a lot of time because this was the first section. I wanted you guys to learn everything from scratch and understand everything properly. Now I hope now you have a better idea about how this plugin works and what this color and everything, how it works. Okay, now we'll go a little bit faster. Now our second section is this section. So to create this section, again to create a new section, we'll click on this plus button. And this time here, as you can see, we have 4 different columns. So we'll select 4 columns. Now in the left column, we have the simple title, subtitle. So we have already seen we use the modern heading for title, subtitle. Now this time our title is our services. So I'll type in our services over here, and services spelling. And after that, our subtitle is this. Okay. And we don't want any divider, so no divider. Subtitle is this. We are here to make your website. Now for the title, the color is white. We'll change the color later on, because if I change the color to white right now, okay, here as you can see it will disappear because the background color is also white. So we'll change the color later on. For now what I'll do is I'll change the styling. So we'll select the typography, change the size to 20 pixels, weight will be 500, and line height will be 40 pixels. And we have nice amount of space in each letter, between each letter. So letter spacing will be 4 pixels this time. Now margin bottom will be adding 20 pixels. Okay, we have already seen all these things. Now let's select the secondary heading. Now the secondary heading, this is a little bit bigger and bolder. So we'll increase the size for this secondary heading to 32 pixels, make it 700 because we want it bold. And line height will be 45 pixels. Now I don't want any spacing at bottom, so margin I'll make it 0 from all sides. Okay, so margin will be 0. Now we want this thing, this background thing, and again this is gradient. At top we have light, and at the dark we have this. At the bottom we have this dark color, and we also have very light box shadow. So let's see how we can do that. So for that we'll select this column. So click on edit column. Okay, now go to style, select background, and this time again we'll select gradient. First we'll select the light, so we'll select light purple. For the second one we'll select dark. Okay, nice looking, and we don't have to do any changes because this is looking good. Then after that we have to add the shadow. Okay, so if you see border, you have the box shadow, and we want this color for the shadow. I'll copy the color, come to the border, select shadow, and paste in the color. Okay, make it a little bit lighter. Now for the shadow horizontal, we want this thing to be 0, and vertically we want 3. Okay, and blur we want it more. Okay, you can increase the blur. So in this case I want to make it 45. All right. Then after that we also want to add this border radius, because if you see the corners are rounded over here. If I scroll down, if I hide this thing, we want to make the corners rounded. So for border radius I'll type in 15 pixels. Now we want some padding from all sides. Okay, so we'll select padding option. Let's see the padding option. We'll go to advanced. We have the padding. Padding is basically, here as you can see, this is the text. At top of the text, left, right, and at the bottom we have this space. So we want that space. So padding, this time I won't be using pixels, I'll be using percentage. So I'll select percentage sign over here. If you see, we have this percentage sign. So for top and bottom I'll add 17%, and for left and right I'll add 9%. This is how now it is looking. All right. Now I'll again click on this thing and change this thing. Okay, click on this thing. Okay, heading. Okay, we wanted to add 20 pixels margin at bottom. Now we can change the color to white, and color for white is FFF 6 times. Okay, and again I'll add this color in my color code, name it white, click on create. Now for this subheading we don't have to select this color, we can just click on this globe icon, select white color. Okay, now this is how it is looking. Now if you just create next section, both these sections will touch each other. So we want to add some spacing. As you can see, we have some spacing. Okay, this is another spacing. This is not padding, this is margin, because margin is outside the box, padding is inside the box. Okay, padding, as you can see, is inside the box between this blue color border, between this text and between this background color. Margin is outside the box. So again, if you select edit column, go to advanced, we have the margin, delink it. We want 15% or 15 pixels in this case, both from left and right. Okay, 15 pixels left and right. Now as you can see, this is outside the box. So margin is outside the box, padding is inside the box. Simple. Okay. Then we have this option. We have the second option. Now in this case, we want to use the info box, because we have the icon, we have the title, and we have the description. So for this, we'll be using the info box element. So again, come back to elements, search for info box. Drag and drop the info box element. First, let's select the icon. So in this case, we want this glass icon. Okay, let's see, or maybe we'll search for magnifying glass. And here it is. Okay, we'll select this icon, click on open. We cannot see the icon because the default color for icon is white. If I go to style and change the color, you can see that thing. For example, let's go to icon and let me change the icon color to maybe this purple color. Now you can see the icon. Okay, again, come back to content and select under content, the title over here is optimize and SEO. Okay, obviously you can have any title you want. And under description, this is going to be our description. So I'll paste in this description. Now I'll select the header, and we don't want button, so we'll select the button and no button. Okay, now go to style. Let's design this thing. So header position, where do you want your header? So header position and everything is fine. We'll select the icon. Okay, select the icon first because this is the first thing. Now what icon size we want? So in this case, we want 38 pixels. Okay, and padding. Okay, if you add icon background color, for example, in this case, color of the icon is white and background color is some other color. Let me see what color is this yellow color code. Let's get this color code. Here it is. Copy the color code FFD100. Okay, so I'll add the color code over here under background color. I'll add this color. Okay, and icon color will be white, so we'll select white color. Now if I don't want this much spacing or this much padding, so I'll decrease the padding to, first of all, we'll make it percentage, and I'll decrease the padding to 5%. And now this is looking better. Okay, this is how I wanted it. Then after that, let's see what we have next. We have the title. So for title, what color you want? So we want this color, black color. So I'll change this thing to this black color. Then after that, for the typography, we'll change the size. So for this example, we wanted 22 pixels and we want to make it bolder at 700 and line height of 41 or just 40. Okay, 40, 41, whatever you want. Now for bottom space, whatever space you want, you can select bottom space. I don't want any space. I like the default space is looking good, so no spacing needed. Then after that, we have the content. Now content is at the bottom one. So for this, I'll change the color to 5050, a little bit lighter color. Okay, so that is going to be our content. Now the typography. This is going to be 16 pixels and we'll make it lighter at 400. I think it is already by 400. And line height will be 25 pixels. Now you can select some padding. I don't want any padding, so I'll make it 0. Okay, so here now as you can see, everything is now fixed. Now how much space you want at top and bottom, you can control that thing as well. I don't want this thing. I'll go to wrapper. Now under wrapper, first of all, I want everything left, so I'll select left. Icon is not coming left, but I'll show you a simple CSS trick which you can use to bring it at left. But text and everything is coming left, as you can see. So this is working. Now first, in fact, let's actually first see the icon. Let me update this page, come back over here, refresh it. So here you can use custom CSS as well. So if you right click on this icon and click on inspect, okay, and I'll select maybe this one. Okay, this is, so once you select this thing, the icon class here, as you can see, is aux-ico box. So basically icon box. Okay, so this is the class. This is called the class. If you see the very first thing, this is the class, and you have to select this option wherein everything is selected. The icon selected, background selected, margin and padding is also displayed. So the orange color that you see, that is the margin, and the green color that you see, that is the padding. Okay, so padding, margin, and even the content is selected, and the very first class name that you see, this is the main class name. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll copy this class name, come back over here and go to advanced, select custom CSS, this one, Phlox custom CSS. And if you see, they have given you this example. This is how you should be using CSS. Okay, I'll type in selector first, type in selector, give a space. Now before this CSS class, you have to add this dot, okay, this full stop. So add full stop, then add the icon class, okay, or the CSS class, not the icon class. Then after that, open this this thing, curly braces. Now here what we want is, if you see, if I show you this thing, we have this spacing at left and right, okay, this margin, this green, this orange thing. So I don't want this orange, or I don't want the margin at left. So we'll do one thing, we'll select margin left. So you just type in like this, and you'll also get these recommendations. So select margin left, and after that type in 0, okay, like this. And make sure to end it with this thing, with a semicolon. Make sure to end this thing with a semicolon. Now as you can see, this is how it is looking. You don't have to do anything, just copy this thing, type in this thing, whatever you see on your screen, just type in this thing under custom CSS, and this will become at left. Now you can update this thing. Okay, let's see the wrapper. Now wrapper is this basically the entire content. Okay, so let's add something under the wrapper. So for wrapper, for top and bottom, I want 10 pixels. Okay, and for left and right, we want 40 pixels. Okay, like this. So we want this spacing 40 pixels left and right, and top and bottom we want 10 pixels. Okay, so for the icon thing, we'll be using the header option, and header padding, and header padding bottom will add maybe 20 pixels. Okay, so this is how we can add this extra space below this thing. Now again, click on edit column, and now we can add whatever column padding and margin you want. So here also we'll do the same thing that we did with the first column. We'll add this margin of 15 from left and right. Okay, and let's change the background color for this thing to white. So go to style and background color, change the background color to white, and let's add the shadow so that we can see the difference. And for vertical, we'll set this thing to 3, and blur, obviously it was 40. Okay, like this. And border radius, will make it 15 pixels just to make sure that our corners are now nice rounded. All right, this is how it is looking. And over here under padding, we'll delink this thing, and at top, only at top, we want 20 pixels. All right, now it is looking much better. Now you can do one thing, you can copy it like this, paste it over here. So just right click on this thing, this element info box, click on copy, then right click over here, click on paste, right click, click on paste. Now for column, right click on this column and click on copy. Now right click on this column and click on paste style. Okay, we want to paste this styling. All right, now as you can see, this will save you a lot of time. Now for the second one, just click on this thing, change the icon to this pencil icon or this design icon. Okay, this one. Okay, change the text to designing. Okay, the title to designing, and just change the color. Okay, background color of the icon. Rest everything will be same, and here as you can see, this saves you so much time. Okay, so this is the color. I'll get the color code. All right, this red color, and again obviously this shadow will box shadow. Okay, we did not add the icon shadow, so select this icon shadow, add this color, and you can increase or decrease this thing, and you can do some changes. So make sure you add this shadow for all these icons and click on update. Okay, now let's select the main row. We have to do some changes over here in the main row. So select the main row, go to style. We want the same background color like we had in the for the top section. So again, go back to top section, style, copy the color code. Okay, copy this color, come over here, second section, style, background, paste in this same color code. Now go to advanced and let's add some padding at top. So we want 150 padding at top. We want this extra space at top, right? Bottom, we don't want anything, just update this thing. And with this, we have also completed our second section. Okay, now let's do very quickly. Let's create our third, fourth, all these other sections as well. Now, once we create the third section, after that, our work will become very easy, because after that, we'll have to do mostly just copy paste. For example, if you see this thing, this is all copy paste, the title, subtitle, then the button, same design, title, subtitle, same design again, title, subtitle, button. Only the left section we have to change, but the title section remains the same. Okay, so hopefully this will save us some time. Let's create a third section. Okay, come back over here, add a new section, divide it into 2 columns. Now over here, this is all the same thing. Okay, so again, we'll not waste a lot of time over here. You can follow the same process like we have image. Then we added advanced images, and we added positioning. So here also we have to do the same thing. First add the main image. Under advanced image, add the main image. So let me upload the main image. Click on insert media and make sure this is full size image. Okay, this is our main image. And after that, let's add all the other images. Okay, these are all the extra images. So again, we'll add the advanced image, and at top of this image, maybe we want this. Click on insert media. We want it behind this thing. So if you want this thing behind it, so you can do one thing. First click on the main image and change the z index to 2. Okay, change the z index to 2. Then select this image, make it full width first. Now change the z index to 1. Okay, so this will go behind this 2z index. Okay, so the higher the z index, the top, it will be on the top. Now let's again select the positioning, make it absolute, and let's bring it over here. Right, a little bit down. Right, let's see. All right, nice looking. Okay, like this, maybe a little bit outside. Fine, click on update. Now these are also, you can see these are also just simple images, so you can use the same thing, advanced image at top, and these images are already present. For example, if you want this one, click on insert media. Okay, and full size wherever you want. We want this thing again behind this image. As you can see, half thing is cutting behind this image, so this will be also z index 1. Okay, we want this thing to go behind the image. Then again, positioning absolute, and let's see where it is. Here it is, you can see. Hopefully, all right, bring it. Okay, all right, update it. Now similarly for this image, and this image also, you can use the same advanced image and do the simple positioning. Then at the right hand side, we have this thing, we have the modern heading again. So we'll use this modern heading, drag and drop the modern heading. Our title is about us. Okay, we don't want divider, so no divider. This is our subtitle. Right, so we'll add this under subtitle, and after that we have the text, which is our description. Now let's style this thing. So first of all, for the title, for the heading, this is black color, so we'll change this, not the font. First change the color to this black color, then select this font. Now for this one, we'll make it 20 pixels smaller, and weight will be 500, line height will be 30, and letter spacing this time will be a little bit more, 4 pixels, right? And after that, margin bottom, we want 20 pixels space at bottom. If you want, you can even increase or decrease the number, maybe 24, 25, it all depends on you. Then we have the secondary heading, which is a little bit bigger. Now this time don't change the color, because it does not matter. We'll be using custom CSS to change the color, because the color also is, as you can see, if you see properly, the color also is this gradient color. Okay, so you cannot do it with Elementor, but you can use custom CSS to do it. If you want simple color, you can just change the color. Okay, and then go to typography, and you can increase or decrease the typography. For size, I want to make it 50. We want to make it bolder at 700, and line height will be 65. Now margin bottom in this case will be 25, and we want to bring this in 3 lines, in fact in 2 lines, but we want to decrease the width. Okay, so we'll increase. If you want to bring it in 3 lines also, you can do it. You can decrease the width to maybe 350, something like this, but I want to bring this thing under 450 width. All right, like this is how it is looking. Then after that, we have description. Okay, this is 50 color. Then we have typography, and the size for this one will be 16 pixels. 400 is fine. Just increase the line height to 25, or if you want, you can even make it 30 pixels, right? If you want. So whatever line height you want, you can set that thing. Then after that, we have the button. So we'll copy this same button, because the design is exactly same. So we'll just paste in this button over here. All right, we just need some extra space on top of this button, so we'll select the button, go to advanced, and just add extra padding or margin at top of this button. Okay, so maybe we'll add 30 pixels or maybe 40 pixels margin at top, or padding at top. Both will do, both margin and padding will do. Now let's select this column and click on edit column. If you're not able to do, sometimes if some things are overlapping, for example this is overlapping, so I'm not able to click on edit column for the second one. As you can see, when I try to do it, this thing is getting selected. So if anything like this happens, you can do one thing, you can use the navigator. If you see at the bottom left, you have the navigator option, click on that. Here you can see this entire option. Now here you can see this is the column that we are talking about, the second column, okay, under which we have modern heading and button. So you can click on a column and then you will get edit column option. Now at the left hand side, we want this space, okay, this space at the left hand side. So I'll go to advanced and margin. Again, make sure this is percentage and only at left. Only at left, I'll add maybe 27% like this, okay. Now it is looking like this, much better. Click on update. Now let's select the main row. So select this row, click on edit column. Now we can also set a height. So minimum height I want 800. Okay. So this will increase the height of this thing, and everything we want in middle. It is already in middle, but if it is not in middle, you can select vertical position and all this thing to middle. So everything will come in middle by default. Now for the background color, we want this color. So let's see. I think this is F1, I guess. Yeah, this is F1 color. So I'll come over here, background color, and type in F1, F1, F1. And again, I'll save this color. Maybe we'll need this in future. Alright, so we have this color in the background. Now what I want to do is, I want to bring this column at top. Okay. And let me explain you. I want to bring this column at top, and this column is even touching this column. If you see, this is the services section, but this column, this is the about section. So about section is going and touching half of the services section. So how you can do it? First of all, again, click on edit section, go to advanced. First, let's add some extra spacing at top, extra padding at top. So for padding, I'll add 200 pixels at top. Okay. Now I'll add margin, but this time we'll add negative margin, because if I add positive, if I just add margin, for example, 100 pixels, this will leave this space, but I want, this is basically coming down, but I want it to go up. So instead of positive, I'll just add minus sign before this. And now as you can see, this is going up. Okay. And maybe I'll add minus, let's see, minus 185. Yeah, minus 185 is looking good. Okay. So I'll update this thing, or don't update it for now. Now, because this is bringing at top, we want this section at bottom and the above section at top. So again, simple Z index, select this, select the top section, services section, advanced, Z index, type in 1. Okay. Now as you can see, this is how it works. Now select this second section, the bottom section. Again, if you're not able to do it because of this overlapping and all, you can use the navigator and select the bottom section, which is this section. And now as you can see, everything is working. And for this, what now we want to do is, we want this shape divider. You can see at top, if I hide this thing, this is just a simple line, but I want this shape divider like this curve. Okay, you can see this curve, and at the bottom you can see this is also this shape that we have, to divide this column or to divide this row or section. So for top shape divider, we'll select style. We'll go to shape divider for top. Now for top, let's see what we have. So for top, we have a simple curve. So I'll search for curve, which is over here. We'll select curve. Now if you want, you can also add a color. We don't want any color, so we'll make it transparent maybe. Okay, maybe let's leave the color, just leave it as it is. Okay, just click on this thing, this icon, this will make it default. Now whatever width and height you want, you can control this thing. For example, this is how it is looking. If you want to control the width, you can do it like this. If you want to control the height, okay, you can increase or decrease this thing. All right, this is how it will look like. So this is your top. Then let's select the bottom one. Select bottom. Now for bottom, we'll use this option. Okay, waves. You have these waves. We also have waves brush, and we also have some more. We have, I think, one more was good. Let me see. I think it was mountains. Yeah, mountains. Mountains we are using in the footer. If you see footer, we are using this mountains in the footer. All right. But in this case, we want simple waves. Okay. Now again, you can increase and decrease the height and width like this, and you can control the shape. All right. Okay, maybe this is looking good. So you can control the shape and everything for this thing. And after that, you can just go ahead and click on update. And with this, your second section is also 100% completed. Now if you want to change the color, we have seen how to have a simple color. We already have a color for the heading, but instead of this color, if you want maybe a gradient color like this one, then you can do one thing. Again, open the media folder. Under media folder, you will see the pages folder, and under that you will see style CSS. Copy that. In fact, open that. And here as you can see, this is title. Now if you're getting confused in this CSS, you don't have to do any CSS, just have to copy paste. But there is this YouTube tutorial that I have. If you go to my YouTube channel and if you search for that CSS tutorial, in fact, I would recommend you to just search on YouTube, Nair Sheikh CSS. Okay. And I would recommend you to watch this top video, how to customize and design. In fact, you can watch all my CSS tutorials, mostly the first one, 52 minutes one. You learn a lot about CSS, how this thing works. Okay. Right now, you don't have to learn anything. You just have to copy everything. Basically, I just understand this much, that this is title. Okay. We have this / asterisk. So this is title, so that you know what this code is for. Okay. So this much code till the next title starts. This is where the next title starts. So this much code is for text gradient color. Okay. Which means that we want to change the background color of this gradient, of this text to gradient. So you'll copy this much like this. Just copy this much. Select modern heading, go to advanced, select custom CSS and paste it. Okay, now as you can see, as soon as you paste in this thing, the color changes, but the color changes to something different. And I'll explain you why the color is changed to this thing. First, update this thing. So basically what is happening is the color is changing to your primary and secondary color. If you read over here, this is your secondary, this is your primary color. So whatever you set as your primary color and secondary color, that will be the color for this one. Okay, so this is a simple CSS. Now let's see how we can control, how we can change our primary and secondary color. So for that, you'll have to click on this hamburger icon, this 3 lines icon. If you see my mouse cursor, hamburger icon, site settings and font global colors. Okay, and this is your primary color, the blue color. That is the reason why we have this blue. Secondary color is the gray. That is the reason why at the end you have the gray. So for the primary color, we want this color code. So I'll copy the color code. Okay. And paste it over here. Now, as you can see, the first color has become this thing. For secondary color, I want this light purple color as my secondary color. Okay. Now it is looking better. You can now update this thing. Okay. So this is how it is done. A simple CSS, if you don't want to, get into CSS, just you can leave it at simple color. You don't have to do anything. All right. And again, make sure to always add animations and all. I'm not doing it because I've already shown you how to add animations. But if I just keep on adding animations for every single element, that will take a lot of time. But I've shown you how to do that thing. So you can go ahead and add animations to these elements. Now let's see how we can create our next section, which is this project section or recent work section. Now for this, again, we'll add a new section. So we'll come over here, add a new section. This time we want a single row. Okay. So if you want, you can have this option, like you can have, actually let's have a single row. And then after that, we can have this inner section. Okay. Now at the left hand side, we have this thing. Okay. You can copy, we have the modern heading. So we'll drag and drop the modern heading over here. Okay. This is our title. Then we have our subtitle. Okay. Which is our secondary heading. And we don't want this divider. So same thing. In fact, okay, why we are wasting this time? Let's delete this thing. Copy this title, subtitle from top, paste it over here. Okay. Because we already have this styling and everything. We just need to change the content. So recent work is the title and our web design projects, this is the subtitle. Okay. And we don't want description over here. So I'll delete this description, go to style. And we can increase in fact, just delete this max width, thing. We want full width max. Then after that, we have this text. So we can use this simple text editor for this one. Okay, just simple text editor. And after that, we can go to style, left align, everything is fine. If you want to change the color to any color, you can do that. And after that, if you want to increase the size for this text, for example, you can do it as well. Now we want to make this thing, we want to bring this thing in middle. So we'll select inner section and make sure vertical align is middle. Okay, so that it is in middle. Then after that, we have this option. So for that, we'll add, let's see, let's add another row for this one. Single row, single column. And inside this, we want to add this option. We want to add the portfolio option. Okay. There are multiple options over here. We want to use this one, grid carousel portfolios. Drag and drop this one, grid carousel portfolios. Now first just update this page and leave it as it is. What we want to do is first we need to create a portfolio. Okay, so we'll come back to this dashboard page. To create a new portfolio, you will have to hover over portfolios and click on add new. Now let me actually do one thing, open this portfolio page so that we can copy paste the title. So this is the title, basket of flower on table. So I'll copy the title. Then after that, this is the short description. Okay. Now first let's copy the long description, the main thing. Okay, this is the featured image. The image at top is the featured image. Whatever text you want, you can type in the text. Then after that, you can also add some images, columns. For example, if you want multiple columns, you can search for columns. This also works very much like Elementor. So here also you can search for columns if you want 2 columns. And inside this column, if you want, you can have text. Maybe this much text in left, and rest of the other text we can cut it and we can bring it over here under paragraph. All right. Then after that, if you want to add image, for example, you can search for image element. Again, you can see simple, and whatever image you want, you can upload that image. So let's see. Okay, maybe we can upload these images. All right, so maybe I'll upload these 2 images. Maybe first one, this one. Okay, then again you can add one more image and so on. Now for the featured image, okay, I want this image maybe as my featured image, which is this image. Okay, this is the featured image. And overview is this short description. Overview and overview title, this is the short description title. Okay, rest everything looks good. URL for launch button. So whenever somebody clicks on this button, launch project, they will be redirected to what website or what page. You can enter that thing. Okay, enter your project URL. After that, who the client is. So maybe Acme Media is my client. What is the release date? 10 June. Okay, maybe. All right, then let's see, and rest everything looks good. You can do a few more changes. We have a lot of options over here. You can just play around and see all the different options, and you can do some more changes over here, change the background and all. Now at the right hand side, click on portfolio, this thing, portfolio. Now you can select a category for this. For example, this one I think belongs to some category, so let's add some category. Maybe this is related to technology, so we'll add technology category. Okay, click on add new portfolio category, untick the uncategorized. Now if you want, you can also add some tags, like media could be a tag. Again, technology could be a tag. Then after that, featured image, again I want to upload this featured image, and after that you can publish it. Let's open this view portfolio. As you can see, this is how it is looking. We'll design it later on. We have to add designing option customization we'll be doing at the end, but basically you can see this is how it is looking. Whatever text and everything you entered, everything is working fine. So once you create this portfolio, after that you can again come over here. First let's refresh this page. Now go at the bottom, and here as you can see you have the portfolio. First click on this thing, go to layout. Let's start from layout. We want 3 columns. Okay, so select 3 columns under setting, and after that number of posts to show, we want to show only 3 posts. Okay, and after that let's go to style. Now what size of image you want, you can select that thing. If your image is 16:9, you can select 16:9. If your image is 4:3 or whatever the size of your image is, you can select that thing. You can always play around with this thing. Then after that, what border radius, we want border radius because you can see the corners are rounded, so we'll type in 15 over here under border radius. Now let's see the title. This was image. Let's see title. So for that title, we have the black color, so I'll select this black color. Typography, will increase the size of this thing to 20 pixels, make it 500. All right, and line height of 30. Then after that, if you want to add some spacing at bottom, you can do that thing as well. Then we have info meta, which is basically your category. Okay, now for this one, I think color is fine. Yeah, color is fine. Change the thing. And style, we want normal. This is italic, we want normal. This is italic, we want normal. Okay, then after that we want capital letter, I guess. Yeah, everything is uppercase, so transform into uppercase, so everything uppercase. Then after that you can increase the size, or if you want you can even decrease the size. I'll make it 12 pixels and line height of 30, right? And we want to bring everything in center. So let's see under content where we can, alright, we'll use the CSS for that. Don't worry, we can use the CSS to bring this thing in the center. But this is how it is looking. As you can see, we have the title, we have the category name. Let's actually search for grid. I think we had to use the regular grid portfolios, not the grid carousel portfolios. Let's use these grid portfolios. Hopefully we should be able to copy styling. Let's see, let me try it again. Layout will be 3. Content, we want to display number to show, we want 3. We don't want any title and we don't want any filter, so make the filter no. Go to style. Let's see, we can copy this style. Right click, copy, right click, paste style. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, style and everything pasted. So we can delete this thing. Okay, so we wanted to use the regular grid portfolios. Fine. Now let's select the wrapper. We can do the wrapper setting over here. Now for the padding, we'll again select %, and for top and bottom we'll select 7, and for left and right we'll select 4. Okay, like this. And at the bottom we want 10 pixels of spacing. And after that, again open the CSS thing. Here it is, home portfolio section, you can see. And let me break it like this, increase the size till here. Okay, so home portfolio section, copy it, go to advanced, custom CSS, and paste in this CSS. And now as you can see, you will get this style. This looks like this one. Now click on update. Alright, so if you want again, you can do some changes. Wrapper, I think let's decrease the padding a little bit. Maybe bottom we already have so much padding, so in wrapper I don't want any padding at bottom, so I'll make it 0. This is looking much better. Click on update. Now we have this button, so you can again copy and paste in this simple button. Copy it, paste it over here. Okay, and bring it in center first, and we want to bring maybe 100 pixels padding at top. All right, update. Okay, let's add some spacing at top of over here in the top section. Select the main section and let's add some spacing at top. Select the main section, and if you want you can add some margin. Maybe let's add a 6%. Okay, select %, then type in 6, update. Or if you want you can have pixels as well. Okay, it all depends on you. If you want pixels, 60 pixels, you can select that thing. All right, then we have our next section. Let's see how we can create this section as well. Now this section has 3 different columns. If you see, these 2 are in one column, this is another column, and this one is the third column. So we'll add a new row and divide it into 3 different columns. In fact, let's do one thing. Let's first add a single row. Okay, let's add a single row, single column, and inside this thing add this inner section. Drag and drop the inner section and divide this inner section into 3 columns. By default we have 2 columns. If you want to add one more column, you can right click on edit column and click on add new column, and now we have 3 columns. All right, and now inside this thing we want to use our testimonial element. So if you again come back, search for testimonial. Obviously we want testimonial by Phlox. Bring it over here and upload this image. I've given you these images as well. If you scroll down, here it is. Open this image, insert into, and you can change the size to full width. Okay, and this is looking a little bit weird, but we'll fix it, don't worry. Now under content, the name here, whatever the name is, you can type in the name, and after that whatever the text is. Okay, this is the review, and this person is manager. If it is now under we don't have any manager position, so instead of that we want to, in customer occupation, we want to just paste in this thing. Okay, this quotation mark, so that we can design this quotation mark. All right, and image is fine. Now look, let's go to style and let's style this thing. Now first of all, image we want 100% width. Okay, so even select %, select 100% like this. Okay, and we don't want border radius, we don't want it circular image. We want border radius, but a little bit, only for top over here, for top 2 options. Okay, so we'll select this thing for top, and only for top and for right. So top 15, right 15, rest 0. Okay, now it will look like this. Then we have top and bottom space, how much space you want top and bottom. So for top we don't want any space, but bottom I want to decrease space. The reason, because I want to bring this thing at top, okay, on top of this image basically. So again, I'll type in -70. So this will come at top. You can see the name and all. It now is on top of this image. We'll fix it, don't worry. But at bottom you can type in -70. Now let's design the name. Okay, this name. So you can see this is the color and size is also big. So first we'll change the color to primary color. And after that we'll increase this size to maybe 23 pixels and make it 500. Line height maybe 30, 32, right? Now occupation is basically just that, just this quotation mark. So we'll select white color first of all for occupation. Okay, now you can see this quotation, small quotation mark. We'll increase the size so that you can see it properly, and we'll also change this thing to Domine. Okay, so this font family, and we'll increase this size to 100 pixels, right? Because it is white, you cannot see it properly. Now you can decrease the weight to 300 and line height will be 116. All right. And again, I'm saying because it is this color, if you change the color, you can see this properly. Okay, again, let me change this thing back to white. Now select the review, which is this text. Okay, this text is your review. For this, we want to change this thing to black color. Change the typography. First of all, make sure this is italic. Okay, because of this styling. So we'll change this thing to italic. And after that, whatever text and whatever you want. So maybe for this, we will make it 22 pixels. Right, and I think line height, let's select 40 pixels, a little bit more. Then we also have this padding option. Okay, this padding, so make it 0 first. Now for top, I don't want any padding because we already have so much space. So 0 from top. Now for right, we'll add 40 pixels, and from bottom 85, left will add 40. So right and left 40, no spacing at top, and bottom will add 85. All right. Then we have the content box, the main element. Now in the content box also, you can see from all sides we have this 15 pixels border radius. So border radius will add 15 pixels from all sides, and we don't want padding, this extra spacing in this image and all, we don't want that. So 0. Now it is looking much better. Still we need to do few things, but still it is looking better than what it was looking before. Now box shadow, you can select this thing just to add this simple shadow, and maybe I'll increase the spread a little bit. Okay, make it lighter. Let's see. And this is how it is looking. Now once you do this thing, again you can select this column, in inner column, click on this edit column option, and from margin left and right you can add again 15 pixels, or you can even add percentage. Like left and right you can add 1.5%. Okay, so if you want you can use percentage, if you want you can use pixels, it all depends on you. Now to furthermore design this thing, you can again go to this CSS thing, and you will see this thing, home testimonial section, and it ends over here. So I'll start from here and this much. Copy it under custom CSS, paste in this thing, and now you have this design. Click on update. Okay, so basically what we are doing is we are changing the title. Okay, this is the title. We are changing the position absolute. So from bottom we are adding 37 pixels. Okay, this all simple thing. Whatever you're doing in Elementor, this is just written in text. Now maximum width also we are setting. Now this thing, column title after, this is for this line. Okay, this border. Okay, so this thing is for that border. Now for column subtitle. Okay, this is for this option. All right. Subtitle, as you can see, we have this background color, gradient background color. We have increased the width and height and all to make it circular. So simple CSS. If you want, you can use this thing. Now what I'll do is I'll right click and duplicate, because we have, as you can see, we have one more at the bottom. Now because we added this negative margin, this can create some problems. So click on the second one, bottom one, and over here come to this option and select margin 0, and after that margin top maybe add 90 pixels. Then you can copy this one, paste it over here, and after that what we'll do is we'll bring everything in middle. So we'll select edit column and vertical align middle. Okay, so that it comes over here in the middle. Then after that we can also go ahead and change the text, title, and all those things. Okay, all right, let's see. Okay, let's paste in the CSS. Fine, update this thing. And finally you can copy this thing and paste it over here, copy the button. So as you can see, saves you a lot of time. Paste in the button and not this much space at top, maybe 10 pixels or even less. Update it. Alright, now for these two columns as well, select the middle column and margin left and right. We'll type in the same thing, percentage 1.5. okay, left and right. Same thing with the third column, D-link, margin left and right 1.5. okay, now it is looking much better. And if you see this demo website, okay, in demo website I think we have added a lot more margin over here, so we can fix it, don't worry. We can just select this thing instead of 1.5. Let's do one thing. Let's add maybe 5 from right and 20 from left. 20% from left, 5 from right. Change the title, and now looking better. Click on update. Alright, so you can do something like this as well. Now finally we have to select the main row, okay, this row, and add some space at top. So main row, okay, this one. Go to advanced, and top margin will add 12%. okay, again I'm saying percentage, pixels, you can just keep on adding, decreasing the number, whatever looks good to you, you can keep it. Then finally we have this big image. If you see in the background, this thing, let's see how we can add that one. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll use advanced image and drag and drop the advanced image in the main column, not in these inner columns, in the main column. Okay, here. Now upload this image, which is this image. I've given you this image, insert media, full size. All right, go to advanced, and it is behind, so we'll do one thing. Let's try it first. Let's try the positioning, absolute. Okay, it is already behind, so which is good. Now from right we'll bring it maybe over here till here, and do one thing. Select this option, select this testimonial, and also add background color. So under content, add background color of white, like this. Okay, and do the same thing for these options as well. Style, because if you see properly, if you don't add the background color white, you can see this color is mixing over here. So if you like that thing, you can have it, or if you want, you can add background color white for the content. So this is how it will look like. So whatever you like, whatever style you like, you can have it. Update it. Then let's see what we have. Okay, we have only 2 more sections left. Okay, we have this expert section, team section basically, and this block section, and both are hopefully easy sections. Let's see. And for, okay, I by mistakenly refresh this page. Now for this section we will first add a new row. Go at the bottom, add a main row, and this is going to be single column. Copy and paste the title, subtitle from top. Maybe let's copy this one, copy the title, paste it over here. Right, recent work is the title, meet our expert team. And we also have this text, so I'll copy the text, paste it under description. Go to style, bring it in center. Let's see. Okay, here we have alignment under content, bring it in center, and we want it in 2 lines, I guess, for the description. So we'll select the description and increase the width maybe till 530. Okay, update it. Then below this thing we want this inner column. Okay, I think, yeah, inner column. So drag and drop the inner section. We have 2 columns, fine. Now inside this we want to use this one. We want to use this staff option or staff element. So drag and drop this staff element over here. Now over here we'll just copy paste all these things. So the name is Albert Wilson, I guess. Copy and paste in this thing, designer. So again, copy paste. And about this person under the content. All right, then we have the image. You can also set a maximum word so that all these have similar amount of word, only 4 lines, like that. Then we have the image. You can upload the image. I've given you these images as well. If you scroll down, for example, let's select this image, insert media. And we don't want this shape, we want rectangular shape, so we'll select this thing. And we don't want full width, we want a custom size. Okay, so in this case we will select 260 by 296. Okay, this is the size that we are using, so I'll click on apply. All right, and make sure this is this rectangular shape. Now enable this thing social, so that we can also add social links of this person, and Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, Flickr, whatever, you can add these things, right? Then we have this option, styling option. Now under styling, first we have the title. So the color of this title is this primary color, so we'll select this primary color and we'll change the sizing. We'll make it 28 500 44 line height. And bottom, we'll select bottom space. In fact, we'll decrease some space, so again we'll add -5 to decrease some space. If you want to decrease even more, you can increase this number. Then we have this thing, we have this designer thing, which is our subtitle. This is this text color, I guess. No, let's add maybe this color. Okay, and style will be normal, not italic, so we'll select this thing. Now for this size, we'll select 16 pixels, 27 line height. All right, and at bottom we'll add let's see, maybe 18 pixel space. Then we have the content, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so we'll select the content color, whatever color you want. Maybe we'll select a little bit lighter color, and after that whatever text you want. So we want 16 pixels and 400 is fine, and line height will be 25. All right, now let's select the socials color. Here, as you can see, we have this primary color again, so we'll select this thing. And padding, let's select the padding. Now for padding, I'll select let's see, for top and bottom I'll select 25 and 30. 25 at top, 30 at bottom. And I don't want this thing. Okay, or maybe we have, okay, we have this thing, but let's select the wrapper. Now how do we want this style? So we want this third style, I guess. Let's select the third style. Then you'll see this padding for content wrapper. Select this thing, delink everything, and over here only at right side, add 3%. First select percentage and add 3%. Only at right side we want some padding at right. All right, then after that we have the border option, so we'll select this option, select border, and let's add a shadow. Okay, this border shadow. All right, first let's add border radius of 15 or maybe 20 if you want, and after that maybe let's add 20, and then add border box shadow, and you can change the style of this shadow. This is how it is looking till now. Now once you do this thing, again go back to this styling, and just for some extra styling you can select this thing, home team thing, and paste in this thing. Okay, just for this extra styling, bringing this image at top and adding some spacing from all sides. Now click on update. Once you do this thing, you can duplicate it for this bottom one. Okay, we have this one at bottom. Click on the bottom one and change the name and everything, same thing. Okay, change the name, change the image of this person. Maybe let's select this image. Okay, and let's add some spacing. So go to advanced and let's add margin of again 90 or 95 pixels. Now let's select the column. So select this inner column, select this column option. And for margin left and right, again, if you want 1.5% or just 20 pixels. Okay, like this. Now you can again do the same thing, copy it, paste it over here, copy it, paste it over here. Okay, now let's select this row and let's increase the gap. So gap will make it wider. Okay, so that we have this space between these options. Okay, so very important, gap wider. Now go to padding. Okay, now from top again percentage, I'll select percentage. From top I'll add 6%, right maybe 1. Okay, and bottom, okay, we have we don't want bottom, left 1. Okay, left and right 1, and from top we want 6. Or maybe if you don't want left and right, I think don't need, just add 6 pixels or 6% at top, just for this extra space. Then select the main row, which is this one. Okay, select this one, and let's add padding of 200 both at top and bottom. This extra space top and at the bottom for this space. Okay, because now we want to add this background thing, we want to add this shape divider. So whenever you're using shape divider, always have this kind of extra thing with you. Okay, Some extra space is always good for that. So select this main row again, go to background, and I think we can again use this F1. Okay, or if you want you can use F3, whatever you want. And shape divider, select the shape divider for top. Let's select curve. Here it is. We want to invert it. We want this kind of curve. If you want you can increase the width and height like this. All right, whatever you want. Okay, then for bottom also do the same thing, curve. This will also be invert, and you can increase or decrease the numbers. And again for this also you can see the color is getting into this. So if you want you can click on this thing, go to style, or maybe let's select content. We should have background color somewhere. Let's try it over here under advanced background. Let's select white color. Let's see whether this works. Yes, this works. Okay, so this is how it works. Copy, do the same thing for all the other options. Select this option, go to advanced and background, add white color. All right, now looking much better. Click on update. All right, so this section is also done. Maybe we want some option over here. Let's add some margin. Select this option. Let's add, we want more, so let's add 6% at top. Okay, or maybe 20% at top. 6 was a little bit less, so 20% at top. Click on update. And with this we have also completed this section. And finally last section, click on plus button, and here we need 2 columns. Okay, and we'll select this one. Okay, so first column, if you click on edit column, we want maybe 25 or 30. Okay, and second one will be 70 automatically, or if you want you can make it 40 60, or if you want you can make it 33 66. Okay, you can do it like that. Now this is all simple copy paste from top. Copy it and paste it over here. Just make it left align and change the text, only 2 lines, right? And you can select how much space you want at bottom, and then we have the button. So we'll get the button from here, paste in the button. Right, now at the right hand side we need the block, but before that first we'll have to create blocks. We have not yet created any blocks. So to create a block, we'll again come back to our dashboard, click on post. Now few dummy blog posts will be created for you. I would recommend you to delete it and create your own blog post. So click on this add new button. Let me open this single blog post just so that we can see how this blog post looks like, and we can create our own blog post. Now this is the title of the blog post, basic thing, title, and after that whatever the content. I've already explained you how you can make it in 2 columns. If you want to make it in single column or double column, you can have it. I don't want this lorem ipsum text, so maybe let me select this text, come over here. All right, so this is a thing, and if you want to add 2 columns or multiple columns, you can click on this plus button, select columns. Okay, we'll select this paragraph. Okay, same thing in the right, or maybe at the right hand side I want to add an image. Left hand side paragraph, right hand side image. So media library, and let's select maybe this image. Click on select. Okay, you can increase or decrease the size of this image as well. If you just do it like this, you can increase and decrease the size, change the alignment, make it center or wherever you want. Okay, and if you want to, just like Elementor, again I'm saying, if you want you can click on plus button, add gallery, list, button, whatever you want, you can add those things. All right, then at the right hand side you have to give it a category. Now this category is different. Earlier what we were doing is that was for portfolio. What portfolio category? This is for blog. So if you're writing about marketing, then maybe this is under marketing category. We also need the featured image. So like this, here as you can see we have this image as the featured image. Let me actually use some, or maybe let me just use this image as well. This is our featured image. Okay, now you can publish it. So this is how you can create your blog post. Pretty simple. And after that, if you come over here, let's use this blog post element over here. So if you search for, okay, we have to use this one, grid and carousel post. Okay, drag and drop it over here. Now how many columns we need? Let's see. I think we need only 2. Yeah, we just have 2 columns. So we'll select 2 columns, and you can display grid content layout, whatever you want to display, you can go to display and you can select that thing. So we want the title, we want post info, but we want the post info before title. If you see over here, first we have the date, then the title. So we want it before title. Okay. And we just want the date. We don't want the author. We don't want category. And we don't want anything else, I guess. Don't want to display the read more. So no read more. Don't want to display meta after we don't excerpt length. We don't want to display the excerpt. So no excerpt. And the rest everything I think looks good. No like button, comment number. Don't want to display the post content as well. And rest everything I think looks good. Let's style this thing. Let's see the content first. Number of posts to show. Just want to display 2 posts. All right. And go to style. Image size. You can again go ahead and select this thing. It is already this radius is present, so we don't need to change this thing. Now select the title. Now for title, what color you want? Okay, we have this black color for everything, so we'll select black color. Now for text size, we want 24, 500, and maybe line height of 35. All right. If you want maybe not 500, let's make it 600. Okay, a little bit bolder. Then after that, let's see what we have. We have post info, which is this date. Right, we'll select this 50 color and we'll make it 1500 or 15 pixels. All right. And if you want to add some space at bottom, maybe 7 pixels, not 8. A wrapper. Let's select the wrapper then. Now for wrapper, we don't want any padding for main, so we'll make it 0. And for the content, you can add 21 and 30. So 21 from top and bottom and 30 from left and right, like this. Okay, so that we have this kind of space. And we don't have read more, so that is fine. Now again, you go to advanced and just add this custom CSS for home blog section till here. All right, paste in this thing. Okay, so if it is looking like this, go to layout and make it a grid modern style. Okay, then it will become like this. Okay, nothing else to do. Update it. And finally, select the main section and select margins. So let's add some margin from top and bottom. So maybe 130 from top, 100 bottom. Update it. And with this, we have completed the home page. Like we have completed the desktop version. Whenever you create any page using Elementor, you should always see how that page is looking on a mobile phone and on other devices. So let's see. So if you want to see how this website will look on a mobile phone, you should do one thing, click on responsive mode. Here you can see this icon at the bottom left, responsive mode, select mobile phone. All right. And let's start from top. All right. So first let's select this text, go to style. First of all, we want to bring it in center for mobile phone. Now, whatever changes you're making, make sure you have the mobile icon besides that. Okay, so only make those changes which has this mobile icon, so that this change will take place only in mobile phone. So alignment, we can change the alignment in mobile phone. So we'll make it center. Go to style. Heading is fine. Secondary heading, I want to decrease the size. So again, you can see if I select the typography, we can change the size for mobile phone. So because we have the mobile icon present. So I want this much, but I don't want this. I'll decrease this thing. Okay, maybe we'll select 40 or maybe 50 line height. Right, then we'll select the button, go to style, and you can see the alignment for mobile. So center, this is looking good. And all right, we'll select this thing. Let's select the column. For mobile phone, I want margin of 15 from all sides. Okay, select this thing because you can see at top and bottom it is touching. So we want margin of 15 from all sides for all of these options. Okay, select this one as well. All right, then this is fine. Then because we are using this extra spacing, click on this thing. No extra spacing. Okay, it was in column, I guess. Let's see where we have this thing. Okay, we have this thing, so it is this column. Go to advanced, so 0. Okay, or maybe if you don't want 0, let's add 10 pixels or 10% from left and right. Okay, or maybe not 10, just 5 from left and right, and change this styling. So click on this text, decrease the size of subheading, it is very big. All right, and also maybe 50 pixels, not even 50, let's add 40 pixels line height. All right, similarly for all these things, you can just go ahead and decrease this size. Again, if you see any thing like this, select this column and add 1.5 from all sides. All right, to 1.5. Yeah, now we can add 1.5 even at top, at bottom, and also at left. Maybe at top we want 1.5 is not working because still we have this space, so maybe 5. Okay, or maybe 10%. Again, select this column and we don't want this extra spacing, just 5 from left and right, 5% from left and right, and you can change the size. And this is also not looking good, so again select this thing, we don't want this 20 pixels, we'll make it 0. Okay, then we'll select this text, select the wrapper, click on this thing, staff, go to style, wrapper. Okay, so you can select the padding for main wrapper and add some space from left and right, so maybe 10 pixels from left and right, or maybe not 10, 20 from left and right. Okay, now looking much better. You can see, and you can copy this thing, paste style, paste a style, paste style to save some time, and rest everything is looking good. Update it. Okay, now it is looking better on a mobile phone as well. All right, so make sure you always check how your website is looking on a mobile phone. Now you can cut this thing. Now your website is 100% mobile friendly as well. And with this, we have now finally 100% completed the home page, and we have learned almost most of the things in the home page. Now let's see how we can create some other pages. So let's come back to our dashboard, click on this hamburger icon, exit, click on apply, leave, you'll come back to your dashboard. And now let's create our next page. Let's create a blog page. So click on add new, give it a title of blog, and we want boxed layout, so select box layout, and we don't want any title bar. So under title bar setting, no title bar, and publish it. Now just like home page, we have to set this page. So come back to your dashboard, hover over settings, click on reading, and under blog page or post page, select the blog page, click on apply. Now if you go to your website, let's see your website name /blog. Here, as you can see, this is your blog page. Looks very different. Don't worry, we'll fix it later on. At the end of the video, we'll see the final customization. For now, we have created the blog page. Now let's create some other pages. So click on pages. In fact, we don't have to create pages because you can see just for creating one single page, it took us some time. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We'll just import these pages. I'll give you all these layouts. Let me show you. Okay, these page layouts, I've created all these pages for you. Just have to import it on your website. So how you'll do it, click on add new to add a new page. Let's first name it about. Okay, and after that make it full width, and title bar, no title bar. Okay, publish it, edit with Elementor. Now click on add template. Instead of this plus button, this time you'll have to click on add template button, folder icon, go to my templates and import it. Click on this import link. If you let me again show you, click on add template, this import button, click on select file, pages. Now import all the files, click on open. First time it will ask you to enable and import, click on enable and import, and this will import your about page. In fact, you can import all the pages over here. Click on import again. This is your contacts page. Again click on import your footer. Okay, again import. You have your header, again import, and let's see what we have. We have projects and we have services finally. Alright, so we have imported all the required pages. Now because we are creating the about page, we have imported the about page, we'll just insert this page, about us Phlox 2023, insert this page. And here you have your about page. Whatever changes you want to make, you can easily do it. Okay, we have already seen all these things. This is your info box, this is your simple modern heading, this is your simple image, advanced image. We have seen everything. You can just go ahead and do any changes according to your needs. Change the title, change the icon. We have seen everything. Click on update, and this is created for you. Again, come back to your dashboard. So hamburger icon, click on exit, come back. Let's create our next page. Click on add new. Let's create our projects page or your portfolios page. Again, full width, title bar, no. Publish it. Click on edit with Elementor again and click on add template. Go to my templates. We have already imported it. Here it is, projects, insert it. And you will see this design is already added for you. Click on update. If you don't see this thing, you can just refresh it. Sometimes it happens. And now as you can see, this is working. All right, you have this thing. And again, come back to your dashboard. It will display all the, because we have only created one project. So if you have created multiple projects, you will see them as well. Click on exit, come back. Let's create our contact page. So these pages are all created for you just to save you some time. The reason I wanted to show homepage everything from scratch, so that you can learn the process. Then after that, whatever changes you want to make in the homepage, contact page, or any other page, you can do that by yourself, because now you know how to use colors, how to use elements, how to do animation and all. Now go to title bar, make it no, publish it and edit with Elementor. This is going to be our contact page. So add template, my templates, and here is contact page, insert it. And obviously because your contact page, you will click on address, go to content. Instead of this address, add your own address, click on phone, go to content. Instead of this phone number, add your own phone number, obviously. Now under contact form, it will say contact form not found. Under shortcode, delete this thing and come back to your dashboard. Over here, you will see your contact. Click on contact. Over here, you will see this contact form one will be created for you. Edit it. Now, whatever you see over here, delete everything. Okay. Now go back to this media folder, and under media folder, open the pages folder and select contact form. Copy everything from here, paste it, click on save. Now once you click on save, you will get this shortcode. Copy this shortcode, come over here, paste it under this shortcode. And now as you can see, this is how your form will look like. And now you can update this page. All right. So you have also completed your contact page. Finally, we have our header and footer. Okay. Before that, let's do one thing. Let's actually create a menu. So we can hover over appearance, click on menu. So to create a menu, you hover over appearance, click on menus. Okay, so it looks like they have already created some menu for you. So if you select this option, click on header, primary menu, click on select, you will see your menu they have created. Let's actually do one thing. Let's delete this menu. Let me show you from scratch how you can create your own menu. So to create a new menu, you click on this option, create new menu. Okay. And you name it anything you want. I'll name it main menu. You can name it primary menu, whatever you want. Click on create menu. Now what all pages you want, click on view all. I want home, blog, about, contact, all these pages. And okay, we did not create this services page, I guess. Okay, so you can just go ahead and add this services page as well. Super simple. Just import the template. And once you add this thing, make sure to tick mark this thing, header, primary, navigation. Okay, make sure you tick mark this thing. Then click on save menu. You have created your menu. And finally, let's do the final customization. If you come back to your home page, everything is looking perfect. If you see, except for the header and footer. If you see header is missing, rest everything good, then footer is missing. So let's fix the header and footer. So for that, you will click on customize. In fact, we'll fix the header and footer, and with the same time, we'll also fix all the other things. First, we'll obviously do the header and footer, then we'll do all the other customization thing as well. Let's start from header. So if you want to change this header, you can do one thing. You can click on header templates, and you will see this header Phlox 2023. Just select that template. Okay, now as you can see, this is how it will look like. It is not displaying your logo like this because you have not uploaded your logo. So I'll show you how you can upload your logo. First, just click on publish. Now, if you want to do any changes in the header, you can click on edit with header builder. It will open a new tab and it will open Elementor, and you can do some changes. For example, if you want to change the phone number, click on this phone number. Just click on it like this, and instead of this phone number, whatever phone number, you can just type in that phone number over here, right? Like this. And similarly for the social media links, click on item number 2, and let's actually see this thing. Yeah. If you want to change the icon, by default we have this Facebook icon. If you want to change that icon, you can change it, and after that under link, enter your Facebook link. Okay. Then similarly for second one is Pinterest, enter your Pinterest link, then enter your Twitter link and if YouTube link. Okay, then click on update. And if you click on this thing, this will need your logo. Okay, so let's upload the logo under customization. Come back and click on general. In fact, not general, I think under site identity. Here is, you can upload your logo. Let me upload my logo from here. Under media, I have this logo. You can upload your own logo, obviously. I'll select both for the header and footer logo. Let me see, here it is. Okay. So for header, I want this logo. This is my header logo. I'll click on select, skip cropping. And once you upload this thing, your logo will start displaying in the header. Let's see. Now as you can see, looking better. Publish this page. Come back. Now let's see the footer. So click on footer. Footer template. Here also you'll see Elementor Phlox 2023. Just select that thing. If you go at the bottom, you'll now even see your footer. Let's go here, as you can see. And again, make sure to first publish. Now again, to change the footer, click on edit with footer builder. Okay, we have this thing under footer. Now if you don't want this thing in the footer, you can just delete it. Now this is the image. Instead of this image, you can upload your own logo. Now in this, select the menu. We have created the main menu, so we'll select this. Now click on this. Instead of this email, change the email. So all the same thing, modern heading and same thing is used. Now under this option, under MailChimp, you have to add your MailChimp form. Okay, so you can use MailChimp to do free email marketing. First go to your dashboard. Now if you don't know anything about email marketing or MailChimp, you can again go to my YouTube channel. If you want, you can just go to YouTube and search for Nayyar Sheikh MailChimp. You will get a video about that. Here, as you can see, how you can do free automated email marketing with MailChimp. So make sure to watch this video if you want to learn more about email marketing. Now I'll just show you the basics about how you can use this newsletter thing. So first of all, you need to click on MC for WP, MailChimp for WordPress. You need to connect your website with MailChimp by entering your MailChimp API key. So you can go to MailChimp.com, log into your account. Now once you log into your account, you will see your profile at the bottom left. Click on that. Click on your avatar or your profile picture. Click on profile. And here click on extras, API key. And you will get your API key. If you scroll down, here is your API key. Copy it. Paste it under your API key. Click on save changes. Now your website will be connected here, as you can see. Now to create a new form under MC for WP, click on form and name it anything. I'll name it form 1. Then after that, you can select any list. Click on add new form. And this is how your thing will look like. Everything is fine. I just don't want this label. You see this label thing? Don't want this label. Delete this label thing. Alright. Click on save changes. Alright. Again, let me show you that thing. Just make sure your thing looks like this. And rest everything is fine. Make sure to click on save changes. And now you can come back to your footer. And you can select that form. First, you'll have to refresh this website again. And now it will automatically display here, as you can see. If not, you can click on this thing and you can select your form 1. Now click on update. Now again, come back to your dashboard. Now if you see your website now, for example, if you open the website, your home page looks a little bit different. Header is creating some problem. Let's see some other pages. Projects page looks fine. Blog page looks fine. About is fine. Contact is also fine. Home page is creating some problem. So what we'll do is we'll edit the home page and we'll change the header style. Okay. So under header option, you will see header settings. Let's see header template settings, I think. So under header template settings, you will see this option header overlay, select yes. Okay. And update this thing. Let's again try view page. And now as you can see, looking much better. If you see some other pages, everything is now fixed. Okay. So header is now 100% fixed. Again, come back to the customization. Let's see the blog page. We have to fix the blog page because blog page looks a little bit different. Okay, this is your blog archive page. So come back, select the blog section. First select blog page. This is related to blog page. Now, first of all, we have this thing, this big blog post at top. I don't want this big one. So first select this option. block side a slider and make it no. This thing will disappear. Okay, now we can work with this one. I don't want this right hand side bar over here, so I don't want sidebar, so I can come back and I'll select this option, block page, and I don't want this sidebar. First of all, I want to change this styling to this one, this sixth one, grid one. Okay, if you click on grid, this is the one that we want. What all things you want to display? Let's see the block page so that we get an idea. We just want to display again date, author and title. Okay, not comment number, not categories. Just date, author and title. We don't want to display this thing as well. No read more, so none. Number of columns, I think we have 3 columns. So I'll select 3 columns. Okay. And number of columns in mobile is 1. Number of columns in tablet should be 2. And let's see. We don't want sidebar, so select the first option so that sidebar will disappear. We don't want this excerpt, so we'll make it none. Block content length, none. Okay. Alright, so this is looking good. We have to add the CSS again to make it look good. So if you again open this CSS thing, final CSS, if you go at the top, at the bottom actually, main CSS, copy everything till bottom. Alright, come back to your customize, come back, custom CSS, additional CSS actually, paste in this thing. As soon as you paste it, you can see this is working. Now publish it, come back again. Let's open this this thing and let's see how the single blog post looks like. So if you open this thing, click on blog, single post, click on the first option. Here also we don't want any sidebar, so select the first option, no sidebar. And after that we want 1400, make sure it is 1400, and medium content, select medium content. Let's hide this thing, let's see. Okay, maybe not medium, let's select narrow content. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so if you want narrow content or if you want medium content, you can have medium content as well. Okay, just make sure this is 1200 pixels, so maybe you can even decrease this thing to 1000 pixels for this blog page, only for the blog page. Okay, image size, what all things you want to display. Alright, rest everything I think is looking good. Don't need to do anything else. Click on publish and let's come back actually. Yeah, rest everything I think is looking good. We can now cancel this thing, cut this thing. And with this, your website is now 100% completed. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you want to watch more videos and tutorials like this one, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. If you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video and share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Finally, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.